guys are all fun. You guys are all fun. All right. Okay. Alrighty. Oh, such fun stuff going on. So there was a interesting stream last night. I was on one of the Facebook channels, and I was not part of this at all. Had nothing to do with me. Uh, but there's nobody on. It doesn't matter. I will wait for some people because some people are getting off work and stuff. And I will. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I say. I am not a spokesperson for this community. I am basically a old player, and I have a fan base of people who play old MK. And there are other UMK3 players, or I'd say early MK players who have different communities and cliques or whatever the heck it is. I'm not part of any of those. These are just opinions of old guys, um, because Legacy's coming out, and the old topics are still big with guys like us because they just are. Um, and yesterday was a really interesting podcast because there was a tournament which I am not condoning. We've sponsored this tournament, and we think it's great. The people who ran it and the players who played in it, really good stuff. There was nothing bad about that tournament at all. It was really nice to see. There was a podcast was started because of that, and I found it interesting because I didn't, like I said before, I didn't have anything to do with that. So a lot of people think that I'm stirring up stuff that no one else is talking about. That's not true. It's being talked about. Legacy's coming out. People are talking about it. And I will bring it up because I think this topic is great. And I ain't here to tell people what to do, what not to do, but I will definitely be against things that I think that are lame or whatever. And by the way, the keyboard isn't one of them for me. I don't really care about that shit, but I'll get into that later. Um, I don't care about the keyboard. That's a bigger thing to other people. Is it kind of unfair? Yeah, but I don't care about that. If you're good at the game, play however you want. Uh, that's not my that's not my concern. So I'm going to go over this video, and I don't really care if anybody's on because they can watch the replay or they don't have to because I do my stream when I want to, how I want to do it, and I stream for older players who play MK1 mostly, MK2, and not really that much UMK3 because we didn't play that game as much as we played the first two. We played primarily two. Um, One was kind of like, um, I'd say just dying when we started
Hey, what's
playing,
up,
really
everyone?
playing two. So
What's up, Bull?
I'm going to
Yeah, so
start this podcast, and I'm not going to go through the whole 1 hour and 38 minutes. I'm going to go through it a little, and like I said, there might not be that many people on. It's okay because we are on Facebook and we are on Twitch, and people can be mad. There are people mad about this. It like I said, I am not here to start any problems. I am here to simply talk about the game that I love, the games that I loved playing, and the way that they're being played, and it doesn't matter if it's old story. It doesn't matter if it's been discussed already. Why do you think I play this game? Because I have people who message me all day who want to listen to me talk about the game, play, keep it going. I've been doing this shit for before most of you guys. So I'm here. And that's just how it is. This is all my content. Everything is created for people who follow me. And I don't have a huge following. I have nothing to do with the scene. Detroit came on today, said that it's bad for the scene or it's bad for the legacy. No, it's dude, it's not. Nothing I say or Twitter says about the people that who were even on the stream yesterday. This is not going to hurt legacy. It's just we are bringing up stuff that has always been a topic. It always has been. And it was nice to have this podcast yesterday because I didn't do it either. I was so surprised. Whether they did it because of me and my rants the last few weeks, I don't know. I didn't even talk to anybody. I talked to Jimmy today for like an hour, but we didn't really talk much about this. We just talked about stuff that was going on. We don't really talk about like every single thing. So I am going to play some of this video, and I'm going to stop it because I believe that they missed a lot of stuff. And I'm gonna give it to you like how the guys who I play the game with, they're in my ear all day, telling me stuff all day too. And Rio and Bill, not so much James, but they were amazing players, still are at all the MKs, all of them. So they still they don't know. Okay, so let's just start it. It doesn't matter if people are on or not. I'm just gonna start it. You guys can watch replay one day or not. So I'm gonna start it to where I want you guys to hear certain things that I have listened to yesterday, where I not don't necessarily disagree with, but like I can clear them up a little. So let's start, and I will skip through stuff. I'm not gonna, and I will talk when I want to talk. And if you guys want to chat, you can chat or whatever. If you don't want to chat, don't chat. I'm just saying. I will do. I will just play, and I'll stop it, and I'll go over stuff that I think that should be gone over.
unfortunately, M2 Dave couldn't make this one today, but this is going to be an interesting episode because we're covering some, I guess you could say, controversy in the UMK3 scene at a tournament. And James, you happen to be one of the sponsors for this tournament. Is that
Yes,
correct?
we have sponsored
Yeah, yeah.
this
We
tournament.
threw a
We
couple
didn't
of
pay
bucks
a
in.
lot of money. We did sponsor it.
Nice.
We
That's
do
awesome to
care.
Um,
hear. Sorry, go ahead.
I said, yeah, it's always a great yearly event. Basically, it's
Okay, now
classes.
I'm stopping it here. We are not telling people not to go out and play. Okay, we have supported this tournament. It is a great tournament. The guy who runs it, his name's Drew. He's a great dude, and everybody who played did great. Nobody was cheating. Nobody was doing any stupid shit. People were just having a good time. They're playing the game how they know how to play the game. There was no problems with this tournament. I watched the entire thing. I was in the chat. I was talking to people during these matches. It was really a fun time, and I'm not making shit up. So let's continue.
Yeah, I've been hearing you guys had UMK3 there, MK2, MK1, I believe Trilogy, and MK4. And it's run by a player called Tadrusis. Hopefully, I'm not saying his
And
name
that's
wrong.
Drew.
He's in Ohio, and they run. It's called. Is it? It's called CKK, right?
CKK.
CKK, yes, correct.
Yes. So it's in Ohio. It's Classic Combat, and they just had a tournament happen over the weekend, and the winner was Detroit Ballin. And James, from what you were telling me, is there was a bit of controversy regarding, maybe the equipment that was used, not the tournament, but I mean, players' preference. Like in terms of equipment, you have things like either controllers or keyboards or arcade
It was an
sticks
awesome
and all
weekend,
kinds of
Shady.
stuff. Do you want to
I
get
loved
into
watching you
that?
guys.
I mean, as far as how works, is obviously these games were originally created in the
Okay, I'm gonna
states.
stop this here. Okay, so basically, Rio said that he heard that people are talking about certain hardware being used by Detroit. Okay, this is old news. This happened last year as well. Okay, see, Rio and they don't know. They don't know. They don't know. They don't care. Whatever it is, they don't know the history. It is fine that Detroit is playing on a keyboard. There's no problems with it. Zero issues, because that's how he plays the best, or whatever. He can't play the game otherwise. It's fine. So right off the bat, they were talking about this year. This happened last year also. Okay, so right off the bat, incorrect stuff. It wasn't just about this year. It wasn't about controversy. There was controversy last year because last year there was a UMK3 Gramps channel. Okay, I don't know if any of you guys know this or not, or care or not, which had Lex and a bunch of old school guys in there, and they were talking about bass, the jabbing, and about Detroit on the keyboard. They were going on and on and on and on and on and on and on about cheating, unfair advantage, stuff that I'm going to talk about today. Okay? Not one time have I ever said that Detroit doesn't have skill. Okay? The dude, those combos, stick, pad, whatever, that no one could do. Okay? This has got nothing to do with Detroit balling. Nothing. Okay? This has got something to do with game mechanics. Okay? So basically, I was in that channel and I was just like, all I hear is keyboard talk about Detroit ballin and glitch jab talk about bass. Why don't you guys just play the fucking game? Like, who gives a shit? Okay, it is what it is. So what happened was, I think it was that day, and this channel is about a year old, and these guys only play their friends. They don't play anybody else. But they would come on this channel, they would just talk shit about like stuff like this. And I was like, why don't you guys just play? Just play the game. Just play it. It would be so easy. And then they started saying that I was, uh, friends with the enemy and I'm starting stuff. And I was just like, oh, okay, so I'm starting stuff, but by just telling you guys to just play the game instead of having a secret grandpa channel where we could just talk shit about all the players and never play them and just complain about stuff that they do. So I got blocked by Hanzo that day. They disbanded the channel. Lex was kind of friendly to me. Well, we got into an argument. We never talked again. And all I ever told him was just play the game. Who cares? It's a fucking 30-year-old fucking game. Just play the game. Whatever. Okay. So that channel got disbanded. The keyboard controversy shit. Detroit came online. This was a fucking year ago. This is probably the stream. You can probably go back in the archives. I was on Combat Network at the time. Okay. And I did exactly this stream. I did the same stuff, keeping the game going. I have people, we talk about stuff. It just is what it is. It's always been this. This is our game. It always has been. So anyway, so they disbanded the channel and they started this whole and Lex was telling me about multiple inputs on the keyboard, how it's cheating, how it's holding back and forth. I never thought about it actually. For me, I was always mad about the jabs. I never thought about that stuff. Okay, fine. So that's could be something. So I actually named that. I just made it like a name for it. So if 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 a keyboard is a huge advantage, which I don't know if it is. I don't care if it is because it doesn't matter to me about winning and losing. I just love the game. I would say now that I know a little bit more about this stuff, because I really didn't have a clue about any of this shit. I was just a stick player, and I just played the game like when I was taught how I was taught to play the game. This is a year ago now. I'm not talking about yesterday. So, but today I thought about, or like yesterday, I thought about after I listened to this podcast, I was like, I was like, if I'm listening to all this keyboard talk, and I guess there is some sort of advantage. So I'm thinking of it as like a super meter, and trust me, you have to be skilled like Detroit. He's so skilled at this game. He's freaking awesome. Okay, I give me a keyboard. I can't do that. I'm not great at the game. I'd be worse with that. And even if I practice on it, I'd never be able to. Anyway, so it gives guys like him, let's say, superpowers. Maybe he's like the best stick player and the best pad player. Maybe it makes him a tad bit better. So I'm thinking like it's like a never a super that doesn't end, like aggressor from fucking MKT. It just stays on with him. Okay, that's kind of like how a keyboard is to what these guys are describing. They're saying that, oh, I got a keyboard. Yes, I did. Keyboard and me, I've never said anything. It's not me. I haven't said anything. They had a podcast yesterday about a keyboard. It said ban. Dobson was telling me before. Somebody said the actual thing was ban. Hold on a second. I'm going back. Ban it now. You saw that, right? I didn't say anything about that. I don't care about, because before there was a tweet saying that people like me and people who are saying to ban this stuff is ruining the game. That is, nobody's saying to. I don't know, because when we're going to listen to this podcast, they haven't talked about banning the keyboard. Yeah, I know that. I know that the extra buttons was a long time ago, and that was something not that had nothing to do with this tournament. This was another kid. Anyway, going back into this, so let's just get the story straight. And like I said, it doesn't matter who's on, who's listening. I don't care. You guys can watch a replay or don't. It doesn't matter because what I say isn't going to change the game at all. But Detroit coming online before saying that, oh, we're going to ruin the game before it comes out, dude. The game's already fucking ruined. Okay, the game is already ruined. Not legacy. The whole fucking game is just anyway. It's just different. So let's go back into this. I'll have commercials that will probably be in Swedish, but hold on. I'm not going to subscribe. All right, let's see.
Sorry, go ahead.
I said, yeah, it's always a great yearly event.
Wow, we're going to hear it.
Basically, it's classics.
Yeah, I've been hearing you guys had UMK3 there,
Is it loud enough?
MK2, MK1, I believe Trilogy, and MK4. And it's run by a player called Tajusis. Hopefully, I'm not saying his name wrong. He's in Ohio, and they run. It's called.
Shady, is it loud
it's
enough or
called
no?
CKK, right?
EKK, yes, correct.
Yes. So it's in Ohio. It's Classic Combat, and they just had a tournament happen over the weekend, and the winner was Detroit Ballin. And James, from what you were telling me, is there was a bit of controversy regarding.
Okay, this I just talked about. This was also last year. So Rio doesn't know. Okay, it's not just this year. And there are people talking about this. Whether you like to know it or not, there are. So anyway,
Maybe the equipment that was used, not the tournament, but I mean, players' preference. Like in terms of equipment, you have things like either controllers or keyboards or arcade sticks and all kinds of stuff. Do you want to get into that?
is it loud enough or no?
As far as how it works is
Or should
obviously
I make it
these games
louder?
were
Can you
originally
hear it?
created and they use sticks. That kind of, in my opinion, is
Well, yeah,
because
that's why
I'm
we're
an
going to
old
talk about
school
this.
guy. I feel that's the most purest form of playing the game. Then after that comes the pad, and the pad, but and this is where, as much as it hurts me to say, it sucks to hear it. A lot of people grew up, I showing my age. We're not in the arcade era no more, so a lot of people learn these games on the pad. Um, and then
All
there's
right, I'm stopping it now here too. Pad, stick, and keyboard. I talked to Drew. If we banned the keyboard or the sticks or pads, I'm sorry, pads, nobody would go to that thing. Drew does a lot of work getting people there. That's what I'm saying. I'm doing that. I'm doing that. I'm doing it. I talked to Drew about it, and he's like, dude, if I did that, no one would come because these guys only know how to play on that. And I said to him, it's fabulous what you're doing. Drew has my utmost respect. I have no problems with Drew. Nothing. Zero. His tournament was great. Everything was fine. Nobody did anything wrong. But there are people talking about the input stuff. There are people talking about the jabs. I know you guys don't want to hear it. I know you guys think I'm making it up. I'm not making it up. There's a podcast about it yesterday. I didn't even know about it. I'm fucking 6 hours ahead of these guys. Plus, I have people talking to me all day online about these jabbing things. People care. They care. They don't say anything. I say stuff. I'm the streamer. I'm the guy who does it. They tell me to say stuff. They're not going to go out there and say stuff. But Drew's tournament, nothing wrong with it. Perfectly great. Great turnout. People were nice. Everybody was cool on stream. You guys did a great job. Sponsors. I sponsored, dude. I wouldn't sponsor at all, too. All right. So, okay, you're talking about Rio. I know we're behind. I'm going to do my best answering questions and stuff. Hold on. Let's keep going. Yeah, okay. I will tell. Yeah, Rio doesn't know. He doesn't know Drew though. Anyway, okay.
The infamous keyboards and hitboxes now that make people able to do
Not going to
stuff
go
that
through
you
the
wouldn't
whole
be able
hour and
to
a
do
half, but I'll
at
be
all with
skipping
either
stuff.
of the other types of setups. It's hard to tell pad players. I can't call a pad player a cheater if that's the only way you grew up playing.
All right, so this is just the pads and the
But the
inputs. We
evolution
can
of the
skip this.
hitbox. Not only that, apparently he had an N64 keyboard mod.
All right, we're
So if
passing
you're
all
playing
this
a game
stuff.
like MK1 or MK11 or MKX or whatever, it doesn't really matter if someone's playing on a stick or a controller or a keyboard because the game at its base is pretty easy to play. There's no he's been putting effort into shows because now that there's a player dominating and like James said, he mopped the floor with the players there. I didn't personally watch the tournament, but I believe it.
All right, so let's go back a little bit here.
Long time ago with trying to regulate the game and making it fair and should we ban this, should we not? Because when it comes to all this hardware and controllers, it's been like this for 2 decades now. I don't understand how back then nobody really had an issue with it because nobody was winning with it. But now all of a sudden you have Detroit, who's really good at the game, by the way. I don't even think he's winning because of keyboard. I think he's just been grinding and he's been,
Okay.
he's very skillful at the game and he's been putting effort into shows. Because now that there's a player dominating, and like James said, he mopped the floor with the players there. I didn't personally watch the tournament, but I believe
Okay.
it.
That's that statement right there. He didn't mop the floor this year. He mopped the floor last year. He won out of losers. I watched the whole thing. There was great players this year, and nobody was doing cheating, dumb shit. It was a great tournament. Really fun stuff. It was less turnout than last year. It's hard to get around. It's hard to get to these places. I get it. I wish I could go. I would love to go to this. I would love to play with you guys. I would. I would. I really. I told Drew this at least 20 times this weekend. Um, he didn't mop the floor. He won fair and square.
If Detroit, steamrolled everybody. I don't think it's just the keyboard. Am I saying the keyboard doesn't give him a slight edge over other stuff? No, but I think Detroit is probably the best USA player in UMK3. So no matter what he's playing,
Okay, that's why I used Detroit in a kind of not argument in the thing I was talking to Jugs about, and he was he's another glitch jab defender, which I'm gonna get into myself because that the biggest issue I've ever had with this game is the jabs, but I don't like I said we're not there yet. I'm going over the podcast and then I will put my thoughts in as we go. Um, and then Detroit popped in, and he brought up whoever said ban the keyboards and stuff should is destroying the legacy before it comes out. Dude, none of that. Nobody. This is all so out of proportion as per usual. By the way, but anyway, let's go.
if he's gonna put his mind to it, I still think he would come out on top. What do you think about this, Tom?
Well, I don't think the keyboard. It's just so dumb. For the longest time, I've been hearing Detroit's the top player. I talked to Biggs. Biggs is like, it's Detroit right now. And then they go to a tournament and they're like, oh, but he's using a keyboard. So UMK. So people don't know this. UMK3.
Okay. So who is saying that? There's people saying it. It's not me. Okay, I do talk and bring up a lot of stuff about the glitch jabs, the jabs and stuff. Okay, there are people talking about this stuff. That's why we're talking about it. There's no this is not going to ruin legacy. The game is already fucking ruined. It doesn't matter. This game has dumbed down to a fucking shitty game. Unfortunately, it just is. I'm not saying that was the way you guys played it this weekend, but in general, these top level, high level players, the shit's boring as fuck and it's dumb. It looks stupid. Okay, I could pull up that there's a 20 match on 2017 or something match of Detroit playing some other guy. It was fucking ridiculous, like. But anyway, uh, let's keep going.
Had a small resurgence when MAME was people could play online with Kylara, and this is when Shock was really doing it, and he was playing on keyboard quite a bit, and
Yeah,
it
Shock was
still
playing on
wasn't a
keyboard.
problem, keyboard or not. It became a problem with glitch jabbing. So
Okay.
it the real problem issue is the glitch jabbing. Period.
Okay.
That's the problem with the game. I guess they're saying it's easy. It's unfair when someone's doing it on keyboard,
Thumb breakers.
but you can't take a fault of the game and then criticize a player for
Using it.
the equipment that they're on being able to abuse that better
Okay, so I'm
because
gonna stop this now. This is where all the glitch jab defenders are like, well, it's in the game. Okay, well, first of all, it wasn't found until years afterwards. Years afterwards. Okay? Yeah, people knew about it, whatever, but it was mastered years afterwards. Which means, and Jimmy brought this up too. I'm going to play it for you later too. That means it wasn't going to be back patched because they were already fucking 5 games ahead when they figured this shit out. Okay? So it is absolutely a freaking exploit. Okay? Whether you like to hear it or not, whether you think I'm destroying the game, it is an exploit that was found years later that couldn't be fixed because nobody cared about fixing old shit back then. It's not like they could go rewrite history. It was already done. Okay? So this shit was invented by somebody, mastered by I Got Base, Mr. I Got Base. He's the only documented guy who freaking it was all him. Okay? He was the guy who mastered it, enemy number one, and Marv, stuff like that. Anyway, this stuff was an exploit found years and years later. Okay? It is not supposed to be in the game. Whether you guys believe me or not, it doesn't matter. I'm just telling you, when I right, when an exploit is found in a modern fighting game, they patch it out. Exactly. They can't patch this out. It's fucking 20 years ago. It's a freaking exploit. Understand this. And if you don't want to understand it and you think that we're trying to ruin stuff, that's also fine. Nobody's telling you to stop doing it. Nobody's telling you to stop doing it. Nobody's saying anything. Just acknowledge the fact that you're using a freaking exploit. What's the problem? You don't have to, the moves, the nickname is it's glitch jabs. Glitch jabs is cheating. Glitches are cheats. Own up to the exploit. Exactly. But that's when this whole community gets defensive. I have way more to say on this topic. Let's just keep going.
the FGC will always say, "Well, can't you play on keyboard? Can't you play on this pad? Can't you
They're
play
talking
on
about
that
the
pad?"
board
Et
now.
cetera,
It's
et
got
cetera.
nothing to do with the board.
I just don't understand why if we know Detroit is that skilled, why it's now all of a sudden because he's on the keyboard? This is a debate that's been going on forever. It was put to rest, and now that people are holding tournaments for it again, now we're talking about the damn keyboard.
Master John.
Uh, Most of these people that play on Fightcade could, they're playing on PC, they could have played on a keyboard, they want to play their pad, they want to play on their stick. Uh, I don't think if Detroit was just a good player, that the keyboard would turn him into the best. You're
Okay, let's stop there. Detroit is better than most players. It's not the keyboard. He's amazing. Okay, he's a great player, and nobody is faulting. Yeah, yeah, thumb breakers. Yes, absolutely. But the thing is, nobody's faulting Detroit doing what he does, and he does. I don't care if he wants to be talked about or not. It's a topic. There was a podcast about it yesterday. This is the game we all play. It's a topic. No one's talking shit about anybody. He's a good dude. I know the guy. If he's mad at me, he's mad at me. I'm not trying to fucking hurt the guy. I'm not trying to hurt the game either. But anyway, get back into this thing. The keyboard is not making him a better player. He's amazing. Truly. Ultimately, probably some of the best combos I've ever seen. The Sindel stuff, I've never seen anything like that. He is true skill. Okay, let's keep going.
already have to be highly skilled. Um, and if the keyboard does give an advantage, I, I, it's not enough of an advantage to take someone who is not an Omega top player and make them an Omega top player. Detroit's just an Omega top player.
Yes. So what I just said before was nobody on, but there's a few people on now. I call it, since I've been listening and learning about this keyboard stuff and inputs and all this shit. I'm not a game tester, a game designer. I'm just a fucking fan who's been playing this game before probably any one of you guys, besides Jimmy. And I do know that I came up with something today. I was like, the fucking keyboard might be like a super in Street Fighter that like never drains. You get like the aggressor the whole game. It might be a little tiny bit better for you to execute or whatever if you're really good, but you still have to execute it. So I'm not really saying the keyboard has anything to do with anything, but it kind of like gives you like this the training mode super if you can kind of like but he could do it in real time. So it's anyway.
Pad, keyboard, whatever.
All right.
Yeah, I don't think having a keyboard all of a sudden is going to make a player that's not that good at the game become a beast at UMK3. And by the way, we used to have players back then on MAME days that used to use UMK3. There were a few of them. Tom mentioned one of them was Shock. There was other ones like Winter Wars and a few others that I'm forgetting. But
Winter
the
Wars.
thing is, like I said
Good
earlier,
guy.
this wasn't a problem back then because they weren't winning, so people just kind of like gave it a pass. And
That's
by
true.
the way, this wasn't the only thing that was a little, I guess you could say, unfair or shady. There was also a prominent player.
Okay, we're skipping this because the macro stuff doesn't matter. This is not a relevant issue.
Acknowledging it, like I'm a firm believer in listen, nothing's stopping you from using the keyboard too.
Yes, that's
Exactly.
another thing.
Rather than,
You could
Yeah.
use it if you
rather
want
than
to.
complain about it, it is an evolution, you
Okay,
know.
Jimmy's trying to be nice, okay? Because he's actually he's a hothead, but he's actually not being nice about this. He's calling it evolution. It's straight up an exploit, okay? It's straight up an exploit. It was discovered after it could have been patched. They didn't design the game to look like shit. They didn't design the game to sit there and do inputs and not being able to get punished while you're attacking. What game? What freaking game out there was when you could do moves and nobody can hit you and you're not blocking, but you are? Give me a fucking break, guys. Like seriously, please, please. I use the word cheating and I understand it makes your guys' blood boil. These guys are using an evolution. They're being nice. I'm just telling you how it is. Okay? These are the facts. Okay? Do you think they freaking woke up and decided I'm just gonna let people like just put punches out in the air and that's what they want their game to look like? Yeah, they brought up the game looks like ass. That's not even I didn't even think about that, but yeah, it looks so fucking stupid. Okay? And yes, if you have to play that way, fine, do it. Acknowledge you're using a fucking exploit. My God, how hard is it? Everybody could go on their day. It doesn't make us better. We'll never beat you guys anyway. It's got nothing to do with us winning. Nothing. But let's keep going. There's way more to go.
And we've evolved from stick to pad to hitbox and keyboard to a point now where, yes, back in the day, a Winter Wars would come out of nowhere with a keyboard, but it was kind of a rarity.
It was.
It was kind of a rarity, and they didn't come in and dominate with it. And I think
Nope.
just the fact that somebody's dominating with it is kind of putting a spotlight on that issue.
Okay, I'm gonna bring this up too. I don't care if anybody wants to hear it or not. The only person who brought this up was Lex in that UMK3 Grandpa channel, which he disbanded when I came on and said, "Who cares how he's playing? Let's go play. It's fun. We have a lot of people to play." Okay, I was absolutely supporting to do whatever anybody needs to play and get more people into this community. Then I got blocked by Hanzo. I got accused of all sorts of shit with Lex. I don't, dude. I'm 50 fucking two. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. I was just like, okay, I just hear you guys complaining about two players. Why don't you just play the game? Like, and then this was brought up by people who don't want to lose. Okay, people don't want to lose to this. These top players like Lex, they don't want to lose to this. Obviously, they're going to be mad about it. That's why Base became enemy number one. Because the guy was good. He beat a lot of fucking people with the jabs. People don't like that shit. Okay? Why are we in the closet about this kind of stuff? Okay? I just you don't like to lose. That's why you're all pissed off. That's why you guys are all mad about defending glitch jabs and keyboards and all this shit. Because you don't want to lose. You don't want anybody to say shit about you. You just want to win, do your thing, you're competitive. That's what it is. Let's keep
But,
going.
I've said it a million times. Everybody in the FGC, especially in the freaking NRS scene, loves to say how they're these crazy competitors. And I go, if you are, why are you not picking the best of the best? Like, if you
Well, I mean,
know
he could do it on a hitbox too if he wanted to. There wouldn't be a difference.
exactly,
So I mean, where does this stop? Can't play on keyboard. Can't play on hitbox.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
this is just stupid.
it's funny you mentioned hitbox because I remember during MK9 2011,
Yep.
people tried to get hitbox banned during MK9 days because people were saying, "Hey, Rio's only winning because of the hitbox. You can't do this stuff on regular control with Cabal. It should be banned. This and that." So after a few months of hearing that nonstop, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna stop playing on hitbox. I'm just gonna play on controller.
Okay.
Ended up winning more tournaments on controller than I did in hitbox. Then after that, people just stopped talking about it.
Yeah.
I'm not
Well,
saying
what it was is they
Detroit.
weren't there
Yeah,
when
I'm
you
not.
were training. Like,
Other games came
they
out.
weren't there. I remember.
Yeah, but
This
it was
game
a
died
huge,
down a little bit.
ban hitbox move because they were like, it's too unfair. Your
I
inputs
remember.
are too precise. You can never mess up an instant fireball. This and that.
Because they weren't used to that. Like, I remember when they were going over the patch notes, and you were like, you know what? I think with some of these changes, Cabal's gonna jump to like number one once they do whatever to Kung Lao, whatever. And you had just got the hitbox, and you were like, I'm gonna practice now.
We beat the crap out of all the kids using cheap tactics. I was also talking mad shit to them or get chased out of the arcade. Yeah, yeah, dude, that's fine. Like I said, that's all good. These guys don't want to lose. I don't know why it's so hard for them to admit. I don't know what it is. They'll deny it all day long. Okay? I was talking to Junks before, and I was telling him he ain't gonna beat the best glitch jabber. He's like, oh, I'll put money on it. I'm like, you obviously haven't seen these S tier players who only glitch jab. Okay, here's a great one. Base can only play like 5 guys. Is he the best at UMK3? No. Can he win versus pretty much anybody? Yes. He's mastered the jab, which is allowed. It's not banned anywhere. It's an exploit. He's using an exploit, and he's the best at it. And people hate the guy because of this. It doesn't matter what he does. He's trolling like you trolled when you were at the arcade. It's the same. It's the modern day shit. Okay, it's modern day stuff. Okay, it doesn't matter how if you troll, you troll. Okay, the they are using stuff that wasn't found in the game when we were younger. Okay, it wasn't found or mastered or whatever it was. It was found years afterwards. It couldn't be patched to go back, and it was mastered by Mr. I Got Base. And there started the entire whatever it is. And Tom brings it up in this podcast. It's coming up. It's coming up.
so that I can be ready when the patch hits. And when you first started on the hitbox, because they made it seem
All right,
like,
I'm
oh
passing
my
the
gosh,
hitbox stuff because it just doesn't
And
matter.
they did try to ban hitbox. It was never.
Skill involved in it.
Banning hitbox,
You know,
whatever.
the thing that comes into question though is things like being able to block and move forward, or being able to hold back, in a Street Fighter type game and at the same time attack.
All right, Master John has. He's also one of the guys who's one of the major parts of this community. Look at the breakdown stuff that he's got. We talk about this stuff. People talk about this stuff. Nobody's killing the game. Nobody's going to destroy legacy. Okay? This is all relevant information. We all play this game. All of us. Look at all the shit that he's writing down. All of it. You guys, you don't have to care. Okay? Look at that keyboard, 97% faster, sharper. Listen, I there's so many, there's so much hate, denial, hiding. There's so much shit in this game. In every game, every game has it. Whatever. Every game's got a community. There's always shit going on. All right. There's so much info. All right, let's keep going.
And that's the part of it that I think people focus on when it comes to the actual hitbox. Obviously, nobody wants a macro sim.
Yeah,
And
see,
like
that's
REO,
broken. If you can defend yourself from both sides on a Street Fighter game, then yeah, obviously that should be banned. It's a huge exploit. But in terms of MK, I don't even think in MK3, if you hold back and forward on a keyboard, you can't prevent yourself from being thrown in both directions, right? I think the last direction you press overrides the recent one.
Yeah, this stuff.
Yeah,
And,
so
This stuff.
And the thing is, this has been part of PC culture for the longest time.
Mm-hmm.
People have been playing fighting games on keyboards forever
Mm-hmm.
on PC, like forever. UMK3, especially. UMK3 has been played on keyboard for almost 30 years.
Yep. All right, let's
Like-
stop that there. UMK3 was not designed to play on a keyboard. Period. It's a game that was played on stick. Okay? Period. It's very simple. It's very, very simple. It was played on stick side by side with someone else. Okay? Pad is accepted, keyboard is accepted because those dudes need to play the game. They might not be able to afford a stick. A stick is like $200. Okay? It's a lot of money. For example, Master John plays on a 6-button Genesis pad. He can't afford a stick. He doesn't want to pay for a stick. He doesn't care. He can't play the game any other way. The doesn't matter what you use. The game was designed to play on a stick. Let's continue.
Like it's. I remember in 2000 they were playing it on keyboard.
Yes, but
this
it
is
wasn't.
a long.
It's
time.
not the way to play the
Now,
game,
all
though.
of a sudden, it's a problem. I just don't see it.
All right,
now.
I'm stopping.
Legacy collection.
I'm stopping it right now because it's not now all of a sudden a problem. It's always been a problem. Now that Legacy is coming out. Now that Legacy is coming out, it's being talked about again. But you know what? The community doesn't want people to talk about it. So this podcast and what I do, it's bad for Legacy. So what do the top players think that like they're gonna now they're not gonna get to beat down as many new guys because we're talking bad about the game? Like we matter. No one gives a shit about us. Okay, I'm an old man. Jimmy, no one cares about him. REO and Brady's not loved. Okay, we're all pretty much REO's very good. Like, I mean, I'm not putting him in this. Everyone's really good. I'm not talking bad about us. I'm just saying like we're a bunch of nobodies. Really, we're not gonna hurt the game. But why is everybody so hurt over this real? This is all of us. This our all of us are in this community. All right, let's just keep going. There's so much shit. My head is like spinning with stuff.
Since coming out, I mean, Rio, you already know people are going to feel how they feel about the glitch jabs. I remember
I hear you,
me
Master
telling
John.
Shock, I was like, Shock, this is
Okay, here.
not going to end well.
Here. Okay. Shock, this is not going to end well. Okay? He's referring to when Base actually brought the mastered jabs to a tournament. It's been said before on many, many podcasts. You guys paying attention, listen to this. This is very important. This is like a turning point of the whole entire thing that I'm talking about. I was there the day Bill went to Matt Shock and he said these exact words.
I said, if everyone knew about this, it's not going to end well. And it and honestly, it's UMK3 will always have their own niche community. Legacy Collection is not going to turn the whole Mortal Kombat community into a bunch of legacy players.
Not at all.
Yeah, that's
no,
true.
What you're going to have is those players are now going to have, a little more people to play with. Very few people are going to stick with it, I think.
Victim.
Yo.
Victim.
The next game comes.
Let's call them what they're going to be. Victims to the glitch jabs.
Yeah.
But
Jimmy said it right there.
I do think that it's good for those players to actually have that now on like Steam or console, and hopefully they add
crossplay,
because
which
what crossplay? This is not going to be a tournament game.
Okay, so basically, it is wonderful that this game is going to be on Steam, Xbox, PS5, all the platforms, Switch. Smuckers, what's up, dude? It's really great that, and they're going to implement crossplay one day. It's going to happen. They said that it's going to happen. Give them a chance to make it happen. It's going to happen. Okay, so just like people, I will yell at Jimmy for a minute about this. He he's always been a fucking negative Nancy. I was always supporting all these games. Always the fucking arcade collection. I was always on Midway's side, and he was always right. I was always wrong. I was supporting them like, no, it's gonna be. And even this time, I'm like, it's gonna be fine. They're gonna do it right. He's like, no, I don't think so. People don't seem to think so. I'm always fucking for this game, dude. I'm talking about exploits. My biggest fucking problem is exploits. Okay? Fuck the keyboard, whatever. It's goddamn exploits. Okay? All right, let's go.
It's still big in a game that people are going to play online. The cool thing about crossplay is it's
Right.
convenient.
This is crossplay. We know about all this stuff.
What's over that? What's the problem?
And listen, the Russian guys body the hell out of him. He gets bodied by the Russians.
Yeah. Well, the thing is,
okay,
with you,
I'm going to bring the Russians up. I know some of them. They're close to, they have Ultimate Cup, and I want to bring something up. I'm not 100% sure, but they play on 60 FPS. I'm pretty sure they do. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not saying anything that I'm saying about these things or facts. They're very good. They are very, very good. I don't know if they play in a different version. They have Ultimate Cup. They play on their own little version. I don't know if there's any tricks to it, but I think it's 60 FPS. Anyway,
UMK3. Yeah, with UMK3, the competition is pretty crazy because I'm just talking. When I say Detroit's the best, I mean in the USA. I'm not saying like he's the best in the world because I don't want someone here to be like,
he's
real
probably not the best in the world, but he is
a lot of South
definitely
players,
amazing.
Some European players, a few Middle Eastern players, Russian players. There's a lot of players that would give Detroit one for his money. I get that. But what I'm talking about is like Tom mentioned earlier, Detroit didn't just come out of nowhere like a few months ago, pick up a keyboard, now he's botting everybody. He's
Oh
been
yeah, no,
playing
he's.
since like the COVID days,
Oh, they
2020.
play
I remember
both.
back
Okay,
then I also got into UMP3 a bit and I was playing. And Detroit was giving me issues back then. I'm like, damn, Detroit's really good.
he is really
And
good.
now if I
No
play
one's no one's
Detroit, I mean, I
doubting
could
that.
barely get a single game off him. Like he could beat me 20
Plus,
because of how much
Detroit
better he's
also have
gotten.
good execution.
He
He's
does.
always
He's
he had good
execution heavy. Yes.
MK9.
Okay.
He didn't take MKX seriously when he played for fun. I played him a few sets, and he played
No
Devora.
one's talking crap about
His
this guy. He's great.
execution was I don't remember him ever missing a cancel.
He's amazing.
Detroit actually likes the higher execution characters. It's just his skill set. You know, he's got very good execution.
He does.
And then you put him on something like glitch jabbing, and he's going to execute because that's what he does in every game he plays. And
Which is fine. Use him. But it's an exploit.
I mean, the problem is glitch jabbing.
There you go. He's saying it. That's what he's saying.
Let me say this because I just want to explain it because people are probably listening. They're probably
Now he's going to explain what the glitch jab is. Okay, please pay attention. Anybody who cares about this,
back on Xbox Live days,
pay attention.
Base was doing them all the way till now. I guess now Detroit is giving people fits with them. But basically, what a glitch jab is just code name for doing a jab while blocking at the same time. So if you watch UMK3 matches, and you'll notice if you pay attention to people jabbing, they barely get hit out of jabs. That's because in this game,
I'm stopping it because he breaks it down really well, but he goes through it really fast. Attacks are being pushed out when somebody's attacking. They're not holding block because they're attacking. So you will go attack them because this is your opening. But guess what? You can't. Because it's a fucking exploit. What is wrong with you people? How do you not understand this? This is where I have the biggest problem with shit. Do I care that you guys beat me with an exploit? No. Do I care because I'm losing? No. I've never been a sore loser. I don't care. I've told you this a bazillion times. You and when I use the fucking C word, cheaters, oh, people get mad. So nice guys like Jimmy, they use evolve. Fine. Evolve. Rio very nicely explains the rest of the glitch jam. Let's go.
Able to at the same time jab and block. Meaning, if you see someone jabbing and you're like, "Oh, they're attacking. Let me cabal spin them to catch them and punish them." It's not going to work. They're going to be
logic
spin, then they're going to punish you. Same if you try to sweep them while jabbing, they're going to block you. So in this game,
so let's think about that for a second. If you're jabbing and I sweep you, you block the sweep and you do a special move and I'm dead. You guys are playing the game fair. Okay. Sure you are. And on Twitter, I'm going to kill Legacy before it comes out. I'm straight up telling you guys facts. Okay? And then I got these top players defending this shit all day like we are some poison to the fucking community. What are we talking about? I have done more for this fucking community than a lot of people have. I set up tournaments before there even was tournaments. WaveNet won't have what? They won't have run jabs? No, WaveNet doesn't have a striker infinite. That's all it has. That's the only difference. If WaveNet doesn't have them, we'll see. I don't think so. I've played WaveNet, by the way. I'm one of the few people who played that shit at diversions. I think I got one match in. And I didn't know that stuff back then because nobody did. Pad versus pad or stick. More fair play. All right, anyway. My whole beef, and it's always been, it always will be, is the fucking glitch jabs. And Tom brought that up. It's always been the fucking jabs. Okay? I don't know what society you guys live in where you can't admit that shit is fucking cheating. You want to use nicer words for it? Fine, everybody does it. Why can't you guys admit it? I am not killing the game. When you play the new players and you do that shit to them and they stop playing, it's because you fucking doing that bullshit. That's what it is. The game would be fucking awesome if that shit wasn't in there. And I'm not even bringing up MK1. You freaking MK3 guys? No, 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 no. Shady. It's just fucking Striker Infinite. There's like minor changes. If they remove it in that game, I would love to see that. It's not going to happen. It's just going to be emulated, like Jimmy says. It's whatever it is, it is. You're getting whatever you had. It is what it is. Um, I want to bring something up here. None of you, elite UMK uh, players, none of you guys play MK1. These are facts. You play two, but you don't play one. Okay, the quote unquote glitch jabs, and you saw it if you watched CKK this weekend. And I know Roswell Reaper, and I know True Coup. They will fucking show you what glitch jabbing is. Okay? They will fucking frustrate the ever living shit out of you. You'll never fucking play the game. Maybe that's the reason why you guys don't play that game. Because you ain't gonna beat that guy. You ain't gonna win. Maybe Detroit could beat him if he even cared. In fact, he should play one. He should if he's a highly competitive, skilled guy, whatever that Tom said, which I know that he is. Maybe he would enjoy learning one to beat that guy because he's that good. You can't do anything. At least in UMK3, you can catch the guy sleeping for a second, okay, and make the round kind of even and not lose that bad. You ain't fucking beating Mr. Reaper in MK1 anytime soon, unless you sit there and you fucking train. And that shit is so fucking cheap. Oh my god! But you know what? He's good as hell at what he does. He's he. I gonna give Dobson some credit. I think he won a match versus him, which is awesome. Let's continue.
Which is unique to the 2D MKs, is you're able to do jabs and cancel them while blocking at the same time.
They are
So
heavy.
imagine someone standing there blocking, but they're actually jabbing. That's how you have to look at it.
Yeah, think about
The
it.
reason why people don't
they're
like
standing
this
there
is because when you
blocking.
play Yunku at a high level and you play against someone who's mastered the art of glitch jabbing,
Pay attention.
it's very hard to open them up, and you kind of have to play that jab game with them, and that's kind of how the game revolves around the meta. It's very heavy on punishes, jabbing, spacing, all that. Whoever comes out on top on the jabbing, you get chip, and it's all about chipping your opponent out, kind of like how MK9 had a chip-based meta. So if you're not used to that, it's going to definitely throw you out for a loop because of how unique and different UMK3 plays compared to other fighting games.
And for those listening saying, "Oh, we'll just ban the glitch jabs," that doesn't help the game at all.
Exactly. You
Yeah.
can't ban them.
Rio knows I had a problem with this.
You can't ban the jabs. We are not talking about banning the jabs. We are talking about just fucking admitting you guys are using a fucking exploit. And all you guys have so much trouble admitting the fact that this shit is absolutely fucking unfair advantage. What's the big freaking deal? Do them. Go fucking nuts. You are going nuts. But when somebody brings up this stuff, me, and these three guys, they're poison to the community because we're killing, whatever the fuck that is. What are you talking about? This game was destroyed as soon as those jabs were freaking mastered and implemented into play today. Okay? Changed the entire game the way they know it. I brought this shit up before. When we were kids, when we were young, we'd go to the arcades and kids would sell you for like fucking 25 cents the combos and some fatalities. Do you think anybody really needs to learn fucking combos anymore if you can master the run jab? Okay, let's glitch jabs give frame advantages. I don't know, dude. All I know is the mechanism itself is fucking bullshit. I don't know. You can ask all these other guys who know frame data and all this shit. Fuck all that shit. I ain't even talking about any of that stuff. I'm talking about basically putting out moves while holding block, and the other guy can't do anything, but he can do it back to you. Oh, that's fucking fun. This is fucking stupid. Okay, so who's better at cheating? It's pretty much what it is. It's just It's that simple. And you have guys who can code. Yeah, think of it as going to a bike race using an electric bike and you win. But did you really win or did you cheat to win? Dude, and people think that I'm the only one who's fucking making this shit up. I have my whole entire team of people who watch me play. We talk about this shit all the time. It is an absolute topic, okay? All you MK hiders out there, I'm gonna get into that too. I have new names for people too.
And Shock denied it.
Well, I want to say
So
this, Tom. Wait, before we get into that, I just want to say this: glitch jabs are a curse and a blessing at the same time. You want to know
yes.
why? Imagine trying to play against Cabal in UK3.
Okay,
Who
listen
has
to
an
this, guys.
extremely fast combo starting spin move, and you didn't have glitch jabs. You literally cannot move. So in a
Yeah, you
way,
can't
that
move.
the glitch jabs let you fight some of these characters, whereas otherwise you would just be stuck there with your finger glued to the block button, and you would not be able to move. Some of these characters have ridiculous specials.
Okay, so I'm going to disagree with Rio there. Those moves where you're gonna get stuck on, they have super fast moves. Those are in the game. Cabal is the best guy in the game, so you're gonna get spun all day. Deal with it. It's way easier than getting glitch jammed, which is fucking bullshit. Okay, you're getting hit by a move, which means you let go a block, he's spinning you. Okay, doesn't matter if his move is fast or not. He's not cheating. He's using the fucking move set. Okay, there's matches on Fightcade that don't even have fucking special moves used once. They just jab you the shit out of you the whole fucking round. Let's take my buddy AC 1984. You know what that dude did to me? Every game he played, he trapped me in the corner and corner jab infinites every fucking game. He couldn't beat me straight up. He was better than me anyway, but he had to just push me in the corner all the time. Because I'm able to push in the corner. So let's do it every single match. So he wasn't doing the jabs, but yes, no skill. Exactly. But he had so much skill. But for me, he had to do that every time. Makes no sense. But anyway, let's keep going.
And not even that. People might say, well, just ban the glitch jabs. You'll just run jab each other. Cabal has a priority low punch, which means if
Mm-hmm.
you meet each other, he throws you
Yes, that's
every
in the game
single
though.
time.
That's
You try to
fine.
jab him while he's jabbing you. You
That's
get
not an
thrown.
exploit.
I remember Rio was playing Mo, and I remember Shock was, Mo,
This is
the
true.
great
I
Mo,
remember
and I'm
this.
like, man, I play these guys all the time in Chicago. These guys are not tournament players. So I got mad. I got off commentary. I talked to Rio. I was like, dude, stop doing random spins.
And
If
just
he runs at
throw.
you, just run at him and jab him. You'll throw him every time.
Yep.
And Rio was throwing the shit out of Mo.
I
So
remember
what
that.
did Mo do? Went to the Cabal mirror. And I said, finally, Shock, I'm watching your game played at the highest level. Finally, I can watch this. Because run jabbing is just as stupid. You have low punch priority characters like Kano have a very high low punch priority. Cabal
Run
has the
jabbing
highest
is not cheating.
low punch
Kara jabs,
priority.
not cheating.
Glitch jabbing kind of balance
Cheating.
some of that stuff out. You're not going to run
No.
into a random Kung
No,
Lao
I
spin and get
disagree here.
infinited. You're not going to have a Cabal doing a spin.
See, they
which is
they
one
they are
frame.
saying that glitch jabs are the problem, but they're also saying that glitch jabs kind of balances stuff out because the other stuff that's actually in the game, people hated Cabal because they were getting spin and thrown and shit. That's better than fucking not being able to hit the guy, man. You can't do anything when people are fucking jabbing in the air. Yeah, like fucking Ed Boon and his fucking Midway crew decided to just like make a game that you could just air jab and fucking the whole round for 99 seconds and win. It's dumb. Okay? It's fucking stupid. And Detroit came on before. Nobody's saying that he does that only. He's mixing up everything. Do it, whatever. But when you use the jabs, you're using an exploit to get the wins or the frames or the ticks that you need to win the fucking round. You know that you are. Why don't you just admit it? Just admit it. And when I use the word cheater, people listen, oh my God, we're not cheating. You guys are old. No shit, we're old. All right.
Now you're going to die. You're able to. You don't have to worry about punch priority. You guys are all doing the same thing. It kind of puts characters more on, not on an even playing field, but it opens up a lot more character diversity that you would have in UMK3 without that. So it's a blessing and a curse at the same time.
Yeah.
But that's just
Also,
how the
uh,
game is.
I also want to say it. In a way, it increases the skill gap a lot and lessens a lot of the randomness in that game. Like if you do
No,
not
no,
Oh,
no,
understand how to
the
play
randomness is
EMK3,
no.
part of the game, though.
I
yeah,
disagree
but
with both.
wait, hold on,
I gotta
James.
see.
Let me just say this. I want to ask them. So there was drama apparently, and this happened about people saying block jabs aren't a glitch and it's intended in the game. I remember you were telling me about this. Do you want to
Okay,
like touch up on that? Like,
Yeah.
Jimmy will tell you
are
here.
are like what do you think? Like, are people right saying it's not a glitch? It was supposed to be in the game, or is it a glitch? I mean, it's called glitch jabs.
Anybody that if anybody says it was supposed to be in the game and have been in this scene longer than a day and a half, knows Ed Boon is notorious for wiping shit out that's not supposed to be. Not nerfs and buffs and BS like that, but things that are legitimately not supposed to be. The reason this
Pay
became a
attention.
thing is because it didn't become a thing until like MK4 going into the 3D era, where this stuff was discovered in what, like 2006.
Yeah,
Ed
it
Boon is
was.
not going to go out of his way and let me drop a patch for a 15-year-old arcade
There you
machine.
go. There you go.
You
Okay,
don't do
so
that.
okay, so it's right there. It's right there. They can't patch the shit out. They could actually patch it out now. They can't though. It's emulated, so they can't do it. But they cannot patch this shit out. The game was dead. It was just a fucking bunch of idiots like us keep fucking playing the game because we love it. It was part of our fucking childhood. And you newer guys who play, I don't even know how the fuck you guys got into it. Basically, I met some of the best friends of my life playing this game. It's really a serious fucking place where we fucking met, hung out. There was no internet. We sat down, met at an arcade, figured out a time every day, built the communities, learned how to do this shit ourselves. This was not part. This was a big part of our lives. Okay, call us lame, whatever. Fucking lame is what the kids do today, sit in their fucking rooms all day. This we went out and actually met up and hung out, and this was important times. Okay, we this game made us who we are today. It doesn't, we have jobs. We don't need to fucking go to tournaments to make money. Me, Jimmy, we all make money. You know what I mean? Like Tom makes money now. We don't we don't rely we don't care about the money. We play this game because we love it. Okay, and you got old dudes like us seeing this fucking bullshit jabs, and we're just like, oh god, why? Like, why? For what? You know, evolution. It's called cheating. Let's go.
So it's kind of like just let it rock.
Yeah,
But
glitch
make
jabs
no mistake,
became.
it does not do any benefit to the game in the sense of making the game not look like a broken piece of shit.
Okay, another great
Yeah,
point.
glitch
Because you
jabs.
look at the game, if you watch two people that are excellent at glitch jabs, the game looks like shit.
It's so
Like
stupid.
aesthetically to the eyes, you
Tom's
see it,
laughing because he
and
knows
it
it's
looks
right.
like two motherfuckers having convulsions running across. Like, just imagine you got into a fight with somebody IRL, and the minute the guy starts fighting, he just starts throwing punches naked into the air.
It's dumb.
You're gonna be like, "Yo, what is this? Daniel Larusso? Is he hallucinating? Who the fuck's he throwing punches at?" And it makes the game look. I'd rather see a game of two cabals trying to take priority over throws
Because
before
that
I
stuff's
watch a
in the
match
game.
where guys are running back and forth going, it just aesthetically makes it look horrible.
Yes.
And a lot of these people do say, again, with the it's in the game, and that would be like me going back to whatever Street Fighter 2 in the
And
early
doing the hand.
days,
Yes,
and
this
then the
is true
minute
too.
you're beating me and you got more energy, take Pal Sim and reset the cabinet mid match and say I won.
Because it's in the game.
It's a bug, and
Or put
that's
the fucking
really what it
handcuffs
comes
on you
down
with
to.
Guile. It's in the
Now,
game.
did people turn it into an art of being untouchable? Absolutely. I could do that with Guile and do the handcuff move in Street Fighter 2.
Hmm?
Where it locks you down and you can't do nothing. And for those that don't know what that is, you know, it's you throw a sonic boom, a flash kick, and a standing roundhouse, time it right next to the character that you're fighting against, and
And
it
you handcuff him.
automatically takes that character and stops him in a frame of animation, and he can't do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And you can drag him around the screen until the time runs out.
Yep. Yep.
And
And they
say, well,
named
that's in
that
the
the
game.
handcuffs.
There's
Yeah,
more
that's in the
than a
I
game.
lot
don't
of
even know
problems
that game
too.
had that glitch.
You guys
The
don't play Street
MK4's
Fighter.
got glitch jabbing as well. You just can't do it in the corner because one jab pushes you out. But it's got glitch jabbing. It's got unblockables. You have certain characters that just can't block
It's an
at
exploit.
the beginning of the
Okay,
round.
we're stopping this here too.
Uh,
The Guile handcuffs is an exploit. Dalsim reset the cabinet is an exploit. I want to tell you guys something. How many of you guys know the old revision 1.2 that when Scorpion did his fucking hell fatality, if you held down the two start buttons and like pushed both controllers down, it would reset the game. Who knew that? Do you guys knew that? Did you know? Inquiring minds want to know. Jimmy one day just fucking decided to just hold down the fucking buttons and just reset. And we're like, what the fuck? Do it. Go do it. I don't know if it works on the ROMs, but maybe it was the machine we were playing on. Yeah, I'm fucking serious. I'm not joking, you guys. I brought that shit up today. Yeah, I'm telling you. But here's the thing. I do not know if that was a thing. Maybe we were in a busted ass arcade, dude. So maybe the fucking game just was broken. But it was like Jimmy just came up with this thing. He's like, I'm just gonna hold down. I'm telling you, I was there. Ask him if you're next to Jimmy. Ask him. I'm not kidding. He knows. He knows this. Only in the subject. Okay. So you knew about it, dude. You want to hear something? Shady, you want to hear something? We did it by mistake. We were just fucking around. I'm serious. I don't. Maybe it's documented somewhere. I don't fucking know. I don't read any of this shit. I don't know anything. I'm just telling you. We actually sit at the arcades and did shit like this. This is insane. It's like I remember that shit like yesterday, dude. It was ridiculous. All right, let's keep going.
so like Tanya will drill kick you and take 40+%.
Yeah, I know
GGs,
about that stuff too.
start the round. Then you've got the same issue that was in MK1 when it first came out, where one person falls a little different than the other.
Yep.
I didn't know exactly. I remember
As
I
we
told
said,
Ketchup
more
and
than
Mustard
12
in
hours some
MK4, I
days.
said, hey man, one side can do combos the other side can't quite get.
Yeah, I
And
remember.
I said I don't remember what some characters get
Hold
unblockable.
Okay.
You don't
This
really
is
see like
I feel like
not
if
what
we're
we're
gonna
getting
play a
into
game like
today.
that, you kind of have to accept what's in it. There's obviously no more patches for the game. It is what it is. So if you're there willing to boot up UMK3
You have
or
to pay
sit
to
there
play.
and intentionally watch a tournament, this and that, and complain about it, then to me it's a little odd because it's like, okay, well, if you guys have such an issue with it, why continue to watch or play it? That's just how the game is. There's no more patches for it. You got to either accept it or move on.
Yeah, okay.
And
So
you got
Rio's saying that people should just move on, like me. Move on. You can't fix it. You can't. We're not talking about. No one has moved on from this game. They love this game. They love it. And to see this game wrecked by exploits, sad thing. It's all just fucking deal with it, man. There's gonna be people who are mad about it. It doesn't matter. And if you're calling us freaking the reasons why we're poisoning the new game, come on, dude. Seriously, you guys are fucking cheating. You're cheating, straight up. Just admit it. It would be so much easier. I'm not talking about. I don't even give a fuck about the keyboards right now. Do whatever. Detroit is amazing. The dude fucking rules at the game. He's amazing. Meta. Just say that you guys are fucking cheating. I don't care what kind of nice fucking words you guys want to use. As soon as I say cheating, people get mad, dude. Master John, good shit. All right, let's keep going.
it
got to
wasn't an
accept the
issue until
fact that
Detroit won, right?
yeah, it's always a kind like Detroit's kind of getting the brunt of it, which kind of isn't fair.
He isn't getting the brunt of it. Somebody they were pissed off about him. One person, a couple people. He's great at the game. The guy is really fucking good. It's not the keyboard. He's really fucking good.
Because he's been dominating, it's been an issue with people and chirped in circles, but it's under the breath. People are and I'm going, just fucking learn to play on it. If I can't get mad at Detroit for beating me with something that I have the ability to do.
Okay, now that is where Jimmy is being absolutely kind to people, and he's like, all right, you know what? I could do it too, so it's fine. Okay. Once again, that is always the case that you could do it too, but it doesn't make it right. It you can do it though. Like I said, power to whoever wants to win. However you win, if it's not banned in the tournament rule, do it. That's what I'm getting at, dude. That's what I'm getting at. So, in essence, from what I get from that, from what I am thinking about in my head, is who's the better cheater? That's how you win. So, the two jabbers, who's going to come out on top? Who's the better cheater? Simple.
I mean, I
You
see
know,
the problem here. UMK3 players think Legacy
yeah.
Collection is going to make this a big tournament game,
It's not.
and now they want to talk about. Let me just be real with you guys. It's not.
Nope.
Your game
What do
is
you
No
mean?
chance.
over.
What do you
It
mean?
had its time. It had its
We're not
time.
going to get more than 5 people at the event now.
It had its time. Listen, if modern UMK3 players want to compete in the game like on a bigger scale, I need you to get a DeLorean, drive at 88 miles an hour, and go backwards to 1995.
All right, I'm going to
Because that's
stop it
the
here
only way.
because what Tom is saying is I kind of a little bit disagree. People are going to play. They're not going to be great. It's a nostalgic factor for them, and some people were actually good. Um, the tweet that I got today about like poisoning the community, I brought this up many times, makes me think that these top players are afraid they're going to lose players because they're just going to fucking wipe the floor with them, and maybe they feel great about it. I don't know what it is. I'm kind of thinking. No, the thing is, Master John, they don't want to do that. They do not believe. Hey, I know you're really pissed. I know you're really mad about uh the keyboard stuff. I'm not even addressing that. That doesn't matter to me. But I know you have a big problem with that. All right, let's keep going because I don't want to keep you guys all day. Let's go. Let's go. Let's keep
Where
going.
you're going to do it. Um, the game had its
Yep.
time. Many of you still keep the game alive in your smaller community, which is
And
fine.
we do that. We
Um,
do.
to do something like this, when you guys were playing in peace for years and years and years, and now all of a sudden it's an issue. Like obviously, you guys are thinking it's going to be a tournament game. We got to have some rules here. Is this unfair? No, it's not going to be a tournament game. The modern NRS player has the brain of a single-celled amoeba.
Oh,
I mean,
Tom hitting
they
below the belt.
all they know is overhead
Jesus.
low throw, overhead low throw. How do I open you up? Where's my mix? That's all they know. That's all they know. I mean, it's very difficult. They're not going. You're not going to get them into this. All they do is complain about balance and tier lists and whatever. As soon as this glitch jabbing comes around, it's not going to work. It's not a game for the modern audience, you know.
Nope.
And I
It's
know
a
Dave will
30,
say, "Oh, insulting the modern NRS player." I mean,
it's a
this.
30-year-old game.
Let me get.
What do
Hold
people
on.
think they
Let me
get?
say this. I think you guys are being way too harsh. You guys are treating the game like it's hot trash. Like it's not even worth playing.
No, it's not hard
But
trash. It's not going to be accepted because glitch jabbing is. It was a point of discussion within the UMK3 community.
It
What
still
about
is.
the corner block infinites?
yeah, see, here's the
What
thing.
about
Though.
Oh,
A lot
that
of people
shit.
don't. That's a whole another can of worms that people don't even know about. How if you get put into corner, you basically get block infinity. You can't move.
Match
Yeah,
is
that
over.
that
Yeah.
shit's
I
stupid too.
plan to
But
make
you
a
know
lot of
what? I'll
videos about
take
this
that.
stuff. But the thing is, here's my opinion. I think this thing coming out end of October is gonna actually explode and be big for a while. I don't know how long it's gonna last. Maybe for a week or a month or so. But I
Okay,
think
I'll
it's
stop
gonna
it
be
here. This is what I think. It's probably going to be big, and none of the guys want the bad press about it. But the thing is, we play the game all the time too. Us old people play all the time too. We talk about this jab stuff because it's part of what we do, just like you guys do. You have your community, you fucking play, you jab. It's okay if you guys do it, but we can't talk about it. God forbid, because we suck and we're old and we're useless. Doesn't matter. We shouldn't. We're ruining stuff. No, you guys have destroyed the way the game. Okay, get hit by 50 cabal spins. It's fine. I'll take it any day. I think it'll be fine. Let's see. All right, let's keep going.
really big and the biggest MK game out for however long that lasts. And I think a lot of people are going to try it, and there's going to be a lot of tension on it. It really depends how the game is looked at in those beginning days and weeks for how many people are going to,
Keep
want to
playing.
stick to it or spread the word on if it's worth playing. Because if you see people doing block infinites, doing glitch jabs nonstop, we see two cabals just standing there block jabbing repeatedly. Like if you saw
This is
Mr.
dumb.
Aga Base play another player that was playing like him, that probably wouldn't be the hypest match to watch. It may turn some people off.
No.
No, I don't think that would turn people off. I do think that um, it has to be a good product from the get go. It has to come out and just work. And that's where Jimmy was like, "Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen right away." And I'm like, "Well, they'll get there." But the MK1 new game, these players don't have anywhere to go. So it's going to be fun to see them try to beat like Detroit and like Base, and they're going to get stomped. Uh, all the new players, all the top guys. I'm actually looking forward to see that. Like, see really good players on the MK1, MK11, MKX come back to this game because they don't have another game to play, and they're probably going to have to play it because there's nothing coming out yet for NRS. So it's kind of like a good trap. It's at least what I think. All right, let's keep going.
But you think it's just not going to be something that people are going to gravitate towards? Because look, think
I don't
about it.
think so,
The
no.
competition with UMK3 right now and this collection coming out are games like MK1. I mean, I don't know about you, but I think UMK3 is coming out at the perfect time because I don't think MK1 here is holding a lot of people over on what is
No, but the
amazing.
difference
just
is
said
the
that.
community is so 50-50 based. We're coming off a community who, even in Injustice 1,
All right,
as dominant as pre-patch Superman was,
all right. We're talking about
The
this stuff.
other
Hold on,
side,
hold on.
either you're going to try to navigate towards it and become a glitch jabber, which I'll be honest, for a game that's 30 years later, nobody's going to take that kind of time.
and let me just say this for
Nobody's going
Dave
to say,
who's
"Oh,
not here
I'm
and
going to learn
listening,
the glitch."
because Dave always says I'm trashing the modern NRS community. I'm not trashing them. The modern NRS community today, in their modern games, where things are far more about.
I love Tom, but because Tom is the only MK guy who played every game, so of course he's got a lot of love for the new stuff too, and hate and whatever. So he's bringing that up. We are just talking about UMK3, MK2, and MK1. So I'm kind of skipping over Tom. No offense, Tom, we love you, but skipping the new community stuff because that doesn't need to be part of this.
Balanced than games of the. They can't deal with zoning now, let alone pre-patch regular MK3 jacks. They can't. They don't like it now. Um, the characters in UMK3 are very powerful. There's a one of the best things about the game. What makes it so fun is there's a ton of power in that game. An average character in UMK3 is ridiculously strong, but
Mm-hmm.
there's also a high execution barrier. Developers are trying
Yes.
to make just execution just not character like Sindel. Oh yeah, how do I do her corner infinite? Dog, you got that
months and
execution
months
for
and
that?
months of practice. Have
Yeah,
fun.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you do it.
right. You got that.
And
Yeah, exactly. You got the execution for that? No,
Detroit can do that shit with his eyes closed because he practiced. I'm not faulting him for that. That's amazing. That's when I saw that shit, I was like, damn, that's good. All right.
they don't. it takes a lot of
Yeah,
practice.
so let me say this.
Um,
Look, is UMK3 my most favorite game ever made? No. However, I do respect it as a game because again, it has one thing I really enjoy out of a fighting game, and it's execution.
Mm-hmm.
UMK3 as a game,
Yes, I mean,
yeah, it should have an execution barrier. I don't like this where let's make things simpler to execute.
no, but what
You
I'm
can
saying
have
is when you see someone play UMK3 at a high level or do some of this stuff, you know that they put a lot of hours into the game. You cannot see some random dude pick up the game a few days ago and all of a sudden they're doing, the max B&B combos and relaunches or Sindel.
Okay. This is another discussion that I got into today on Twitter. I met a guy who played for 6 months, and he's a jabber, and this is great. So if you just picked up the game in the first 6 months when I was a kid, you weren't touching any of us. Okay, this guy picked up jabs. I don't even know who he is. He probably can win a lot because he was taught the game to incorporate the jabs in his game. You cannot do that back in the world where we didn't have these cheating things. It's not possible. We put so much fucking effort in. And I told Jimmy this, and Jimmy tells you guys this. You guys would not have beat us back then. I'm sorry to say. People think that you could just because you can wipe the floor with us now. You weren't there. You weren't there. You guys are children. You weren't there. Even 10 years ago, I'm 10 years off over Shady, let's say. He wasn't there. He wasn't there. The gameplay and things and the skill levels and stuff were totally different back then. You couldn't just come in the game and play for 6 months and be like, I'm ready to take on. You're ready to take on nothing. Okay.
Infinites or they're doing that
It was raw.
or this and that. They have to all put a lot of effort into the game. So one of the things I like about UMK3 is even though you could argue the
you
game
have
is
to
not
get
balanced.
invested into it. To be
Yes,
good
they
at it.
have to be invested. They put a lot of hours into it to get good at the game. That's one of the things I respect about the game. It's not easy pick up and play and learn shit in 1, 2, 3 like
Yeah, that's if
some
you're
other
learning
indie
combos.
games.
You don't have to learn
Yeah,
combos
let me
anymore.
tell you what's going to happen.
something
The
simple,
modern,
something simple, something
the modern
simple
NRS
like
community.
come out.
Yeah,
Kung
they're
Lao's
gonna
Infinite.
play modern NRS community. They're going to play MK2, and they're going to
Mhm.
say they hate defense now.
Oh, Master
And then they're
John,
going to
yes.
play MK2, and they're going to say, "Ugh, not for me." Um, they don't like lane play. They don't like defense. They don't like that. They don't like any forms of zoning. And they're going to fight Molina and go, "Ugh, I'm done." And they're
Mhm.
going to play regular MK3. That's not going to go very well for them. Oh, everything's broken. This they're going to play UMK3. Everything's broke. Everything's broke. Everyone's carried. They're going to bring that over to that game. They're going to play MK4, which is just a hodgepodge of a mess. MK4 is, and
It's
I mean,
very
maybe
anticipated,
WaveNet.
though.
I mean, probably not still because you're still going to have the glitch jabbing.
See,
things
that's
like
the
that.
golden thing out of all of this is the WaveNet. Depending on what kind of changes they did to UMK3, WaveNet is going to be the go-to to play.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's all that much. I don't
I'm
remember
And
it
it's,
super
being all that
excited
much
for
and
it.
different, man.
it's nothing. It's
not that much
nothing.
different. It's not that much different.
Striker Infinite removed.
Hold
That's
on
it.
though, but depending on all the balance changes they did and whatever they did to jabs or general stuff,
They didn't do that much to jabs.
They
Yeah.
really didn't do that much. I mean,
No.
they really didn't do so as much. People may, yeah, you took out the striker fucking gun infinite thing. Okay,
that's
Mhm.
actually
But
kind of back. 'Cause Striker
glitch
needs
jabs
that.
Yeah, he needs
exactly.
Striker.
it. Striker
Yeah,
was
out
so
of all the
I
characters that
remember
needed to get nerfed, Kung Lao and Striker, that's already like wrong
I remember
down the
Rio
wrong
didn't
path.
realize about the striker how his damage wasn't displayed incorrectly. I had forgot about it till I saw Rio.
Oh yeah, I was doing my video. I'm
do
like, wait a
MK.
minute. I'm looking at the health bar. I'm like, that's not 45%. What?
All right, let's skip
Modern
this.
Mortal Kombat games are infinite. You hear this all the time. Dave comes all the time and talks about how much more balanced,
All right, we're
better
skipping
understanding.
new talk.
Blocking, you're also buffering back down back quickly in case you block something unsafe or you block a sweep and you can punish. This stuff is very hard to do. And then on top of that, you got to do the combos. And again, the game is fast. Anti-airs are good in UMK3, but with the speed of it, when someone's jumping at you, sometimes you'll freeze for a second because you won't be expecting it. Like, oh shit, he jumped, and you're not ready for it, and then they'll
Totally
be,
true, dumb breakers.
sneaking in jumps like that. So the game overall, look, is someone who's been playing MK1 or a modern NRS game that is used to doing overheads and lows and mix-ups like that gonna like UMK3? Probably not.
Mm.
But if you're a player who likes,
Probably not.
yeah, if you're a player who likes execution, practicing combos, having a reason to go to practice mode every day and practice for hours to learn whether it's the Reptile Infinite, the Sindel Corner Infinite, the relaunches, the very difficult like
Oh, they don't get it. They'll
frame
never get it.
punches, stuff like that. Well, you're gonna have a lot of stuff to do in training mode for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Because so if
Yeah,
you're
and
into
you-
that stuff,
Training mode?
Oh, that's another thing. Training mode. Oh, I love that. All these top level players now mastered the glitch jabs, and they learned how to play the game for free. Easy, right? Piece of cake. So you're instantly in a community because you're using the exploit to get much better at it when you have no business to be good at it in 6 months, let's say. Okay? Zero business at all. And YouTube. What YouTube? What I do? What? Sorry, I'm like losing my train of thought. 1 in the morning. Oh, the new year era has used. Oh, okay. Yes, yes. Sorry. So all I'm saying is like yes, training mode. Sorry, I'm like half like falling asleep. It's 1 o'clock. But yeah, every every single combo, every single move, every single thing that we've ever done, we put 2 quarters in, one to continue. Dubs, Shady, I saw your guys' matches this weekend. You guys were great. Really, really good. I really enjoyed that tournament. Props to Drew. Support Drew. I me and Jimmy we didn't put much money in, but we did put some money in. We sponsored. That was good stuff. Totally good stuff. Just want to let you guys know. Anyway, um, nowadays it's takes 6 months for you guys to Godly. What's up, dude? It takes 6 months. If it takes 6 months, you'll be a master. 6 months, you'll be beating me. Okay? In 6 months, if you played me in 92, you're not going to beat me in 6 months. I played way longer than you. Do you know what I mean? Of course, we will always sponsor that tournament because we really love what Drew does, um, and all you guys. Totally keeping the game alive is great. Today, oh nice. Today's talk was about yesterday's podcast. I'm not talking about banning any input device. I'm talking about jabs. It is all about the jabs. Okay, all about it. Let's keep going.
If
Yeah,
you're in training mode, because people will be like, "Oh, I'll go in training mode. I'll learn the glitch jabs in no time." Okay, go in training mode, practice, and when you get the glitch jabs down, now fighting a moving human who's jumping around, doing all that other stuff, and you're trying to glitch jabs, anti-air, whatever. It's the speed of the game. It takes quite a while to practice the execution and then the application, and then put everything else on the game in that, and then depending on what character you're going to play, buffering your specials. It is it's quite an advanced game for its time accidentally.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these games required a lot of knowledge
Mm-hmm.
and a lot
Which
of
we learned
practice.
without any
It's
YouTube
not
or anything. Practice,
because it's
yes.
not like you're back in the arcade days where everyone's learning it for the first time.
Mm-hmm. Well,
When
we
you go
were.
online, you're going to run into these UMK3 players who've been playing it for 20 years, every
30.
single day, or longer.
The way that have never stopped playing it.
We never stopped
playing
playing. Exactly.
So
Wow, we stopped for a little while.
yeah, so it's going to be very difficult, which is good. I think fighting games should be difficult.
I agree.
I don't. I'm one of those people that's people act like they call it pro fighting game players. The reason why fighting game players don't want to have a pro league is because there's no cutoff. It's designed to say everybody can play, everybody get on the field, make it more accessible. I compare it
Hmm.
to tennis. If they said, "Hey, let's make tennis more
Let's go a
accessible,"
little farther.
I don't know
Yeah.
why. I don't know why you would bring a council of fucking people who didn't actually play the games when they were out. Stupid decision.
Really? So there was a council for what? The Legacy Collection coming out at the end of the month?
Yeah.
What was
They
the
didn't.
council
Yeah.
for? Like a
Yeah.
I don't know.
balance patch or something?
The council,
I don't know.
the council was comprised basically of people who would like, I don't know, do articles on the game and say, I
Oh, I
remember
didn't
when I
know.
was
I didn't know
5 years
that.
old back in the arcade playing it, and it's
Yeah,
like you were five
nobody
years
wants
old.
to.
You
Nobody
weren't
wants to
slim
ban them.
jabbing at 5 years old. You
This is
weren't.
the thing. I'm glad you're on, Tom. Nobody wants to ban them. Nobody wants to ban them. They can't be banned. Nobody wants to. They they are what needs to be said is, and you missed a lot of this stuff before. You can go back and look at it, but use them. Yeah. I'm not okay. No, okay. Perfect Legend messaged me today. Nobody's policing the jabs. Use them. Do whatever you want to do. Okay. You guys are using an exploit to win. If you need a couple frames, a little taps, you are using mechanisms that are they don't even make any logical sense. You're throwing jabs out, but you're blocking at the same time. It's cheating. You are cheating. It's simple. So all you guys got to do is admit that you're using. When I use cheating, the whole fucking internet's like, "Oh my god, what's he doing? What's he saying?" Yes, Dubs, totally cool, totally cool. I'm not even saying that it's not the game. None of these guys, maybe you will, none of these guys admit that they're fucking cheating. You guys are freaking cheating. It's fine though. Cheat all you want. Admit it. That's the thing. What you guys what you guys missed in the beginning, whoever just logged in now, Detroit got some bad rep. He didn't do anything wrong. And the stuff that you guys were talking about yesterday's podcast, how he just got there was somebody saying stuff about this year. Dude, it started last year. This stuff started last year when he came in and did the same thing to the tournament and won everybody. He beat everybody. And the person who started that was Lex in the UMK3 Gramps channel. Okay? Okay. There's a perfect example. Mr. Brady ain't going to play Legacy because of the jabs. Why do you think that is? Because it's cheating. It's straight up fucking cheating. That it, you don't have to call it. You don't you can there's nine, yes, clip jabs terrible, and the corner jab thing push you out, dude. Listen, just hear me out. Play with a keyboard, play with a fucking pad, play with a freaking stick, just so you could play. I told you, I talked to Drew, and Drew's like, if I ban any of those inputs, people won't come. I respect the fact that people want to play their favorite game with whatever input they want to use. Is it unfair? I'm just going through like a recap of stuff because you just came on. I what you guys said yesterday about the keyboard. You know what I say? I say yes, you have to have the skill. Yes, you have to have the skill. You have no choice. Making giving you a keyboard doesn't make you a better player, but it's like having the super meter maxed out on training mode at all times. It gives you maybe a little tiny bit extra if you're amazing. Maybe it gives you that extra super that you need. Maybe you don't need it. Maybe you just loved it, love the way it feels. Fine, whatever. I don't give a shit about the inputs. I don't care. Okay? I don't care about that stuff. I'm talking about jabs. I've been talking about jabs since the minute Base did them and Brady went to freaking shock and said, if people find out about this, that was the day. That was I was there. I was there that day. I remember what day it was. Tom probably knows what day it was. That was the day that UMK3 died and it was brought to MK2 and one. We're gonna get to 1 2. All right, let's keep going. Okay.
Weren't doing all the crazy stuff. You weren't allowed in the arcade at 5 years old by yourself. So what are you bringing to the table?
Yeah, here's something
You know,
funny. here's something even funny. I don't want to say the person's name, and this wasn't their idea. It was NRS's idea. Oh, not NRS. Whoever decided to do this documentary. Um, so there was a person who was getting a lot of stories from the arcade era and writing a book about it.
Hmm.
Uh, and the people over there said, "Hey, man, he wrote this book. He's got all these stories, and this is not on him. Like that book is a great book. I love it. I think the
Mm.
guy's an awesome guy." They asked him, "Hey, you have all these stories. Tell him whatever."
Yes,
It's
and
like
that's the thing.
there
I'm
are
stopping you, Tom, to listen to you on the real. The day that Base did not invent the glitch jabs. He mastered them. Okay, and he became enemy number one. They were in the game. Marv was doing them. People were doing them. Okay, but Base is the turning point of the tournament scene, and he was enemy number one. Everybody hates him. Plus, he would troll. People don't like him. I left Combat Network because of Base. Straight up, me and Shock, we don't really talk anymore. They have a history, whatever it is. I've never been. I've always been the guy to play the game, and I don't side with people. I talk to everyone though. Okay, I do take everybody's opinions and everybody's facts and whatever into perspective. Okay, everybody's doesn't matter who it is. I was fighting with Jugs today. Jugs was telling me that he could beat that. I told him that an S tier glitch jabber. Okay, listen to this. If you read the tweets or not, an S tier glitch jabber is going to beat him like 18-2. I brought up Detroit. Detroit got all mad. He's not going to beat Detroit. I'm not saying Detroit is going to just glitch jam him to death, but if he wanted to, he could. A perfect glitch jammer is going to beat you. You're going to get beat. Okay, you're just going to get beat. It's fucking cheating. It's such an easy concept. These guys want to defend it though. Why would you defend it? Just do it and admit that you're doing it and admit that it's an exploit and let's get on with our day. But no, I even came up with another theory, and I don't, I some of you guys may not agree, but I have a new name for the guys who don't play on Fightcade and stuff, and or they use like special names and stuff so they don't get found out because they're gonna lose because people don't like to lose. Okay, I call them MK hiders. Honestly, these guys who are defending the glitch jabs all day, they're not on Fightcade. They're not on. God forbid they lose the base and someone finds out about it. Everything's going well, man. But I'm just saying, like, I just don't know what it is about people hiding from the jabs and just avoiding it and saying that they're not cheating. It's just so sad to hear, and I bring it up all the time. It's just like it's an exploit. You guys are using an exploit to win. You guys were talking about the cabal trades before. That's fine. That's in the game. Spin all you want. Spin, run, jab, throw. It's way more interesting than looking at people waving in the air. All right, let's keep going.
stories. We lived them. You know, like
Yeah.
I just don't understand why they didn't consult me. They didn't ask Jimmy.
All right, we're gonna
They
skip
did
over
Given
this.
up for adoption. We took it and turned it into the franchise. And when I say we, not just us, but like companies like Acclaim with
All
those
right, I'm skipping
marketing
this stuff because it's not what
for
what to do with.
because I loved Mortal Kombat. I absolutely loved Mortal Kombat. These games mean so much more to me.
Mr. Brady, who's on right now, is one of the only players who's played every single MK. New ones, old ones, competitively. He's always had knowledge on all these games. He may not be loved in the community, but he tells shit the hard truth. I'm not loved in the community either. People do confide in me and talk to me about these jabs. I'm not the only person making this shit up, by the way. This is an actual topic. Okay? It was so much of a topic today that Detroit tweeted that Me, Tom, Rio, and James are poison, and we're gonna kill Legacy before it even comes out. Give me a break, okay? It's not true. We are addressing the game that we all play, that we all love. Okay, keep going.
than just a tournament to win. You know, it was just I just wanted to play everybody constantly, and
Yeah,
I'm so disappointed they didn't put the
you
3Ds in
should buy
there.
it, dude.
The
I know
3Ds to
he's
me
mad
were the
about the
most fun of
3Ds.
all of them.
I get that. I know it.
DA had a
Tom, I don't mean
lot
to skip
to
over
it.
you.
So for one,
Reptile
why
style.
thing? Yeah, Versa didn't understand at that time and doing God knows what to people. It's a very young community. So in Deadly Alliance on the forums, I would have
Okay, infinites and glitch jabs. There's nothing wrong with infinites. If they patch them out, they patch them out. Infinite is way. It's first of all, you got to get hit to get into an infinite. Straight up, they can jab you to death, and if the other guy's jabbing you back, who's the better cheater? You you'll never get me with the leg grab if you never hit me with Sonya. So anyway,
this. I remember this thread like, "Hey, I'll teach everyone MK Deadly Alliance," and I would talk to
sorry Tom, I don't mean
The
to skip
game
over
was
yours.
just nonstop 50-50s, overheads and lows.
out crossplay is a killer, man. It's going to be a killer. I only have Xbox. I don't play on PC. I only have PS5. I don't have Xbox. Well, I play on PC. These players can't play with each other, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like today. It's how are you going to hold a tournament? What are we going to do? PC only tournaments? You're going to alienate the Xbox players and the players? PS tournaments? You're
That's
going
gonna
to
be another
alienate
thing.
PC players?
Crossplay is
Agree
gonna be
with
another
Bill.
thing.
It's going to be a bust. Um, I mean, the crossplay thing. I don't like the crossplay issue is clearly an issue, but what makes it more insulting is out the gate. Crossplay does work between Switch and Switch 2 and PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5,
Hmm.
and it's almost like, all right, then why don't you finish it? And when the sales don't produce numbers out the gate, Warner
All right, we're talking a
Brothers
little bit
and
formalities here. Let's get
digital
back to the
expense,
jabs.
you're
No.
just not going to see it. You know, it's a
This is
specific
all
niche of
speculation.
people
We
that
don't know
play.
anything here.
Anything that wants to pick this up in tournaments, let's say Aquaman wants to do a Coliseum.
Okay, I'm
Book a
skipping
long
this.
time ago, which no longer applies for the modern era. It was called Playing to
Okay,
Win by
because
Demon
Rio
Souls.
asked a really good
And
question.
anyone who played in the arcade lived by those rules. Let somebody have his cheap bullshit, don't even cry. Find something cheaper, and then we see who's the one crying.
Hmm?
That's kind of how the old school community was.
Yep.
Here's the modern
Yeah.
community. I used to joke about it at MKX, where it's like watching two players argue. Like, yo, I want to mix you up. No, I want to mix you up. But hey, dog, if your mix beats mine, your
Hmm.
shit gotta go.
See, that's the new
That is
stuff,
kind
man.
of what the
All
modern
right, I'm skipping
game
over
is
to.
garbage. It's broken. They do it to themselves all the time now. You have good players. He's not good. He's carried. That very quickly they're going to complain.
I'll say this
I'll
real
go
quick.
with
Sorry, go ahead, James.
I'll go with about 3.5 hours after release.
Three and a half.
I'm not
That's
even going
very
to give a full
specific.
day.
He,
Not
Jimmy,
even gonna
Jimmy,
give a
Jimmy
full day.
always
Three and a
he's
half
always
hours.
like that.
That gives them enough time to put an hour on each of 3 games, and then 15 minutes to write the tweet that's going to be bitching and moaning about how horrible these games are. Like Bill said, the newer players, the newer generation of players are going to go heavy ham on crying. The nostalgic players, this is where I differ. The nostalgic players that have been playing for 600 years that might not have been super competitive are also going to jump on the bitch wagon because
Mm.
they're going to start to see. Because believe it or not, unless you were a heavy UMK3 player back in the heyday, it might be the first time a lot of these old school people experience glitch jabs.
I
And it's
agree.
now evolved into MK1, MK2, so it's like
Oh,
they're
this
going to
this
go
is
back
good
to play
here.
Mortal Kombat 1. And yes, Bill,
Okay,
Sub Zero is now
this,
officially the best in Mortal Kombat 1.
this right
And it's
here.
the worst fucking thing. It's the worst motherfucking thing to see.
Okay.
Glitch jabs,
Hmm?
and the
Let's pay
minute you
attention.
try to touch him, he knocks you down with the slide. That's it.
Doesn't do much
One
damage, but
move in glitch jabs.
hmm,
It's the slowest, it's the least damaging move he has. It's
hmm,
a drawn out death.
hmm.
Okay.
Okay, now here's another thing. This is I love this. This is what I wanted to talk about. Stuff like this. Okay, so Mr. Bass invented the glitch jabs or mastered them. Documented he's the guy. Okay, doesn't matter if you did it before or you did it before him. Whatever, he's the guy. Okay, so what happened was these things were implemented in UMK3, MK2, and MK1. All right. I've always said that MK2 is the best game. Uh, the best game is the first one. It's argumental. It doesn't matter. That's my opinion. I play old games probably a lot more than all you guys. All three. Not all you guys play all three. I do. Okay. One is so fucking great. It just is. But then you get to the glitch jabbers in MK1. For example, Roswell Reaper. And him and Truku are probably I don't know. I'm not gonna say the best in the freaking world, but in the country, those are probably the two best guys, okay? That we have right now. You can't you glitch jabbing guys, all you glitch jab defenders, you wouldn't last a minute with this guy. You would be even you guys would give up. I'm telling you guys. It's so fucking brutal. It is so Dubson won one match. I'm very proud of him. He played him this weekend. He won one, I think. And I was like, damn, good shit. Or it was a Drew that won, or each one of them won one each. It's fabulous. It's like fucking you have no idea. There's no way to win. You can't do anything. You can't do anything. There's nothing you can do. Because the game doesn't have any moves. If you do anything, you're gonna get punished. And he's just gonna sit there and just punch. He's gonna punch like that's all he's gonna do. Okay, so like I said, like you guys aren't even MK1 players. If you were MK1 players, like you cared about it so much, like you cared about UMK3, oh, then you would be like, dude, this fucking sucks. But since everyone else could do it, yeah, dude, his jabs are. Listen, that might have been the first time you guys ever seen him. I've known him for years. Truku has been talking about him for years. We've played him for years. Okay, I know about how he plays. He is awesome. He's straight up great. He knows me. I know him. I've always had respect. The guy is fucking awesome. Truku also great players. True beat him back in the day, but that's fucking exploits. It's brutal. You can't do anything. It's like fucking walking in molasses. There's nothing you could do. Okay, none of you UMK3 guys even play that game. Dubson does, but he doesn't play it like every day. He plays it. He's good, very good. I think he's beat me too. I got a lot better since the last time I played him because I played a lot with the MK1 guys. Um, I know you met him years ago, and I think True beat him then, but he's way better now. Way better now. But that's the thing. Glitch jabs are huge in MK1. Huge. Okay, and you guys won't even play. You won't even play the game. All right, let's go.
And you just got to take it.
Well, the thing is, though, I disagree with the older community, with you, because, like, you got people like Fate, for example. Fate's older school player,
Hmm.
and he could just play with his friends. You know, uh, he could play with Dragoon or whoever, and they could just have fun. The older school players, they're probably gonna, play with each other, which is why I hope there's like a King of the Hill mode or something like that, just to
Well, who
kind of
knows about
emulate
that?
the old school arcade.
It
Where you
would be
put your
nice. Put
quarter
your
up.
quarters up.
Like,
Yep.
if there's no King of the Hill,
No,
old
Dubs is
school
very good.
players are not going to like that. Like, there's so much depending on what they have in this game, because like a King of the Hill, like you can have players who are like Fate. Fate loves Mortal Kombat. He's a casual player. He plays for fun,
Hmm.
as does a lot of people that you see in his Discord. They play for fun. So I don't think the glitch jabs are going to ruin their fun.
It looks
All right.
so fucking ugly, dude.
It
It
does look
really
ugly.
just makes it look ugly. And again, it's not to shit on the skill, because again, doing these glitch jabs is a skill, but
Yes.
it's just watching two players chase each other down while punching in the air. makes it look horrible.
It does look stupid.
You
Okay,
know, like
it
when
is
you did
stupid.
like Kung Lao, spin, jump punch, miss with the spear kick, punch, miss with the spear kick across the screen. That was a pretty looking combo. When you did the original, unlike the
Oh,
new
okay. I'm
age,
stopping it here.
the original.
Okay, here's the thing. When we were kids, all right, fix my chair here. When we were kids, oh my god, yeah, God, I get that. But when we were kids, we were all about styling. We did massive combos, man. We would never. We didn't even throw. Long Island kids didn't throw. Do you guys even know that? We didn't throw. If you threw, we let you throw us back. Whatever. You know what I mean? Like we had like the thing. We were all about high level combos. Nobody nobody did this shit back then. Okay? No, nobody did. Nobody had huge combos. We mastered that stuff by paying to play. If there was jabs back then, we would have just like turned over, just rolled around in our graves. This game meant that much to us. It's been fucking ruined. Brady came on today for a short while, and he said he ain't playing Legacy because of the glitch jabs. It's cheating. It's an exploit. It fucks up the game. It's part of the game. Yes. Continue on. It is an exploit. Please. Can we just fucking admit it? What's the fucking problem? Just admit it. All right.
Cyrax bomb trap and got that down. There was a skill to it that
It was.
is even though it's getting done to you and you're like fuck, you're like yeah, but that's pretty fucking cool. Unlike today's combo system where guys are like it's too much damage. You had to eat that shit, and I don't think they're gonna be cool. I guarantee you, this is gonna be like rolling back the time machine to MK9, where everybody started with the whole add nerfs and buffs and shit and armor, and they're gonna try to cry about 30-year-old games, saying, "I don't know why this was even left in there."
Yeah, that might be
You
the
know,
It's
case.
gonna be
but
funny to see when it comes out. If people start saying, "Why is Cabal like this? Why can't they just change this?" Or "Why
Yeah,
is
that'd be
Shiva so
neat though.
bad? Why can't they just like?
Not
Why,
getting
like I don't
changed.
get it." Yeah, dude, I'm gonna say
Not
this.
getting
Look,
changed.
to answer the question as well that I asked you guys, this is gonna be so entertaining for me because look, I don't know if you guys know, but here's some,
This
people
is
don't know
funny,
this yet, but you're
actually.
gonna find out quick. Characters like Cabal, Humid Smoke, Ermac, whatever, they're not even the most hated character in UMK3. Do you guys want to know who
Shiva,
the? No, it's not even
Shiva.
Shiva. Do you guys want to know who the most hated character in UMK3 is that people cannot stand playing online? That I quickly found out.
Nightwolf.
It's Nightwolf. Who do I play in UMK3? Nightwolf. Now, for those people that don't know about Nightwolf in UMK3, think of a top tier character. He's top four, but he's super brain dead and easy to play. So he's like kind of like a modern NRS character, but in the old days. And man, when I play people in the arcade collection, now I'm not even that nice at UMK3 anymore, but when I play people, I guarantee you I'm going to be steamrolling a lot of people, and they're going to be like, oh, hell no. This motherfucker just run up mash, do the
All right,
shoulder,
I'm gonna
this and
stop
that. I'm
this
going to be
here.
getting.
I don't know if Rio is as good as you jabbers. I don't think Rio's gonna beat Detroit, and maybe none of you guys at the CKK. You guys play all the time. Rio doesn't, so he's in for a surprise because I think he's kind of underestimating how good people got. Seriously, and I'm not in this conversation. I'm not good at the game. I just play for fun. But he's in for a surprise because there's some damn good players out there, including a lot of you guys in this chat. If you like the Nightwolf stuff he's saying, if you glitch jab, you're gonna beat him. He's got to glitch jab you back and do combo, so he could do that too. So, well, it's gonna be interesting to see.
Messages
Bro, I
instantly.
remember playing people in the arcade who were like just average. Did you pressure with jabs? do your full block string, and with axe they would have moved. Nope, shoulder.
Mm,
Like, dude, it
I
was
remember that.
so stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But
well, the
like,
thing is, I'm gonna have to make a guide on how to fight Nightwolf because, man, if they don't know, there's a lot of specific stuff you have to do against Nightwolf. Like, you cannot just sit there and
well,
be,
you're gonna fight someone, and someone's gonna spam shoulder. They're gonna duck. They're gonna get combo. They're gonna go. This is
yeah,
stupid. If I
This is
block it, it's
stupid.
it's a huge
Yep,
flow
that
chart. The
happens.
character's very annoying to fight.
He
But
is.
like I
Yeah.
said, look, when this arcade collection comes out, I mean, sorry, not arcade collection, this legacy collection comes out, in a way, it's going to be kind of how back then when I played MKX, the only difference is I like UMK3 more than I liked MKX back then. But back then, I used to watch a lot of, if you guys saw me, I was in a lot of streams for MKX. Not because I loved the game,
All right, I'm skipping
but
this.
because I used to love going to people's stream to MKX.
this uppercut damage.
Yeah,
I
and
can't
then
wait.
But
Rio
again,
asked a very good question here.
21-year-old me, you're not beating me. It's like you said
I
about
already brought
years
that up
ago, Bill,
before.
you said something about like, trying to compare Babe Ruth to Barry Bonds or Mike Tyson to fucking
Okay, I'm
Muhammad.
skipping this.
he'd rather just just play something else because it feels like there's a lot to, that's how massive the skill gap is. Now think of how much better I am than a lot of people that are going to be touching MK3. Like, it's enormous, the skill between players.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
one thing I want
And
people to know is coming and tries older games, don't expect to be good at them or win. Like, you're gonna
yeah, okay. You another thing I gotta say against Rio there, you could learn the glitch jabs and be great in months. And you should. If you care about this game, do it. Just admit that you're freaking using an exploit. And that's exactly what the old guys like us want you guys to say. What's the fucking problem? That is the absolute thing that it should just be like we are using an exploit. It doesn't mean we're going to be like, oh, we got them to admit it. We're better than them. We're not better than you guys. You guys know all the combos, all the counters, all the footsies, all the fucking fundamentals, and the jabs. Of course, you guys are going to be better, no matter what. But the jabs gets you the win that you need sometimes. You're doing. Yeah, he Dubs made some good points. He did. He always has. If it's part of the game, it's part of how it is. I get it. But it is absolutely cheating. It is. It is. It just is. All right. 10 more minutes because it's going to be 2 o'clock here. But I want to get to this point and I want you guys to answer these questions. Rio asked a great question. I want to know what you guys think. I'm going to get to that question.
you're gonna get your shit pushed in. Like, it's gonna be bad, especially depending
Yeah.
who you play against. There's no denying that. But let me go to my final question.
Okay,
before I wrap
final
this up, you
question.
guys.
Everybody listen, okay?
So
I'll
what I
pause
want
it.
to ask is, which MK game out of all of the ones that are going to be featured in this collection do you guys think is going to be the most popular many months or a year later after the dust settles?
Okay,
Tom?
let's hear Tom's.
UMK3 or wave that.
Okay, I'm going to pause it there. All right? Bam. There you go. That's the answer. Nobody cares about UMK3. They could play it on MAME, Fightcade, whatever the hell they. I'm not, okay, excuse me. People care about UMK3, but nobody. It's not a big thing to play UMK3 as much as you can play Trilogy. Okay, Trilogy is it's the most wanted MK. It's been the most wanted MK forever. People fucking email the Fightcade devs every freaking day about this shit. It's you could play it on Duck Station. No one really does that. Okay, MKT is going to be the game that everybody plays. Everyone. It's that's the one. Okay, UMK3 you could just fucking log into Fightcade right now. Okay, like right now. It is the answer is MKT. That's the number one answer. Let's keep going. Let's. I have a number two and a number three too. So let's just go.
Why do you say that over the other ones like MK2, MK1, MK4?
Exactly,
MK1
Shady.
for the newer audience, they're just not going to get into MK1 or 2.
Okay, I disagree. I disagree with Tom there. MK2 is huge. MK2 is huge. Okay, okay, another thing for you UMK3 guys, you do know that MK2 was bigger in the arcades, right? It was not even fucking close. I'm sorry, MK2 was so fucking huge in the arcades. It was the game. It's always going to be played. It will probably be played over UMK3 because the nostalgic players, they know two. I'm telling you, two may not be played at high levels, but might be played more than UMK3. But when the game's dead, when this game actually dies, UMK3 will be living because that's where the top players will just go. If it's really good port, they'll go there. Um, One second. All right, so two. Everybody. Okay, so let's keep going.
These days, it's all about speed, fast-paced gameplay. I
Mm-hmm.
just hark back to me playing at GGA against 16-bit, and them booing us off
I
the
remember
stream.
that.
Like people don't want to see that; they don't want to watch that. Then I see. I think the fast pace of UMK3/WaveNet and MK4 will attract people. MK4 is really fucking fast, um, but I think too many of the bugs, unblockables, things like that in MK4 are going to be too much. So I do think it is either UMK3 or WaveNet. I wish it was regular MK3. I like how
Headlock.
specials are more impactful in regular MK3 than in, but it doesn't have certain things that feel good in modern fighting games. Can't start combos with jump and punch. It's just
All right.
That also turns people off when you
Another
find.
thing. Another. I'm going to stop people there. Uh, this may sound stupid, whatever, but I have played this game longer than most of you guys. All these games. I know that. That's fact. Um, the order of the games that I like, the order. I'm not joking here. The order of the actual games, like people like UMK3, then they like MK2, and then they like MK4. Okay, my order, like the my like my favorite game is MK1. Okay, it's my favorite game, hands down. Best, it's the best one. I learned that after I played on Fightcade with like the best guys. Okay, Shady, definitely getting to four in a second. Um, then after one is MK2. I prefer MK3 over UMK3. Trust me, I do. So my actual top four tier list is one, two, three, UMK3, and four. That's how I like them. I actually could put four in front of UMK3 because I don't love UMK3. It's not because I'm bad at it. I just like four. And let's continue with this.
Finally jump a jacks or whatever, you're like, really, I can't get a combo. That's very annoying.
yeah. So it's just it's too old. MK3. It's the way it's done. It's not
I disagree.
UMK3 at least has
MK3
some
is
modern things
fun.
that are
Yeah,
still in
it's
modern
fun and
use today.
interesting though, just to mess around with, because it is very special heavy on some characters.
Yeah, it really is.
Well,
I think
MK3.
UMK3 or WaveNet. I
Okay,
just can't
so
see.
in MK3, you didn't have the jump punch, jump kick starters and stuff. I think that's better. I think it got lazy. I think UMK3 got lazy with the combos, doing like Nightwolf's fucking fist halfway across the screen, then coming up and doing his combo. It's fucking lazy. I loved MK3. I just think so. That's what I think. You know what I mean? Well, Jimmy's on now. All right, so let's keep going.
See anything else?
What about you, James?
I think WaveNet out on the onset because of the lore involved in it. And then when people see the final product, they're gonna go, "This is what I was all fucking hype about." I think it'll be the one that
I hope
fades.
that's not me, by the way.
I think it's gonna be the one that fades.
All right,
Even
so
again,
Jimmy's bringing up. He's thinking Jimmy's saying it's going to be WaveNet. It's not going to be WaveNet. Okay, it's going to be MKT, and MK4. Headlock stole my thunder, which he's allowed to do. MK4 and MKT are the two most anticipated games. MKT, hands down, everybody's been waiting for this game. Every single person. By the way, Rio and Tom Brady are not Fightcade players. They're not on it as much as we are. Okay, every other word at MK people is MKT, and trust me, MK4 is going to be huge. Okay, maybe UMK3 will be like when it's dead. That's where the top level players will go. But Rio asked the question: which game do you think it's going to be? MK4 and MKT. Those are WaveNet. Okay, maybe. All right, hold on. That's because I don't have Discord on. So hold on. All right, let me see. Jimmy decides to come on now. Bear with me, guys. Yo, you're in the wrong, or I'm in the wrong. Hold on. Too tired of this shit. 1 second. I think it's got to be that one. Stay there. Yo, if you don't hear me, I got to put it on the other PC. Unless it's not. Unless this is the one. Hang on. No, I don't hear you. 1 second. It's probably the other one. Wait. All right, hold on. So, where are you now? Where are you, Jimmy? I saw you popping up before. Special Forces. Oh man, that's some old shit too. There you are. Wait. You hear me? Do I hear you? Yo, that's not that one, dude. Isn't it the one all the way in the bottom? Yo, you hear me now? I don't know. I'm too fucking tired for this shit. I don't hear you, dude. We gotta fix this shit. I think it's you. Anyway, while Jimmy fixes this shit, I don't know what he's doing. Well, anyway, I think it's different one, Jimmy. Yo, I don't know. Might be me. You guys gotta help me out. Output. Okay. I have no idea. I don't think it's set right. Because I actually don't know how to use this shit.
Stop arguing. Relax. Relax.
Oh, I hear you.
Get all fucking wound up. Jesus Christ.
I hear you, Jimmy.
Hold on.
Oh, maybe he doesn't want me to hear that stuff. Okay, I did something. But we can hear him.
You hear me now?
I hear you. You hear me? People hear me? Okay, great. All right. So anyway, you hear me? right? Yes. He's low. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Raise your volume. Yeah,
Which one is it?
I'm good. Okay.
You hear me? Yes, no, talk, talk, talk. No, it's not that one.
You could
Not
raise
that
yourself.
one. Don't touch into output. Speakers, ready, speakers.
Is native voice chat built in Legacy or no?
See the one that's coming through.
We'll raise him. Don't worry, guys. Give him a second.
Mic check.
I can raise you here, I think. I was actually the worst at this fucking game. Oh, I just fucked up, didn't I? No, I didn't. Okay. How the hell do I raise? I know there's a way to raise
It changes so much. Fucking every update.
every update. I know. There's a way that I can make you louder. So, oh, here we go. Now I made you louder. I think.
I got the volume.
Now I made you louder.
I hear you. I hear me fine.
Now you're echoing.
I hear you. I hear me fine. You, I don't hear.
Now you're echoing.
Yeah, because I got two volumes on this.
All right, so lower one of them.
But I don't hear you coming through Discord.
Yeah, let's leave. I'll fix that shit later. You can just hear me. Okay, that must suck for you. So hold on. Hold on a second.
You can't. I can't talk to you at the same time like this.
Yeah, that's
Or
dumb.
you're gonna get the echo nonstop.
Yeah, I gotta figure it out. Hold on. It all changed. They change this fucking shit all the time. All right, hold on. It all changed. They change this fucking shit all the time. God, the Discord can help me out because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. All right, hold on. I have the right output, but it's so nice people helping me. Okay. So nice people helping me. I like to hear myself too. All right, Jimmy, you're fine. It's me that's the problem as usual.
What it is it's your mic.
No, I have to. I have the right output. Then I gotta go here, right?
Over the stream.
Oh, here. Input device.
You see
here.
how the yeah.
Oh, here.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm in this. What do I gotta do?
And of course it doesn't.
What do I gotta do?
Hit mic test.
Hello. No, it doesn't hear me. Okay. I'm just using my mic here, which I don't know why it doesn't hear you.
Got no mic coming through.
I'm just using my mic here. Right. Well, I don't know what to tell you. I have to fix this. Because remember, I got the new mic stuff. I can hear myself.
Yeah, you're gonna hear yourself because you're looping.
Mm.
How the fuck can I really can't do nothing.
No. See, I kept it toned today, but I kept it toned down, man. You know, people were worried.
Yeah.
You know, people were worried. I'm turning this stuff off for a second. Anyway, I'll get Jimmy back in a second. I just updated a lot of stuff. Let's see. I hear myself. I have no clue.
Here, I'll do something different. I'll mute this and I'll put my headset on.
Okay. Then I'll just talk on the stream and you could just okay. All right. Anyway. To continue this, let's keep going.
You know, they talked about tweaking the animations and shit like that. That wasn't nerfs and buffs to make the game better. it was because that you're losing so many packets with the internet connection back then, so they had to tweak it. It wasn't like they were trying to make it better, but I think
How late
the
is
the the element of noob being a character, and when people see he's only got one fucking move,
Yeah, noob. Oh god.
will fade out fast. But I think on the onset, that'll be the most attracted one next to MK4, because of the fact that MK4 has not been emulated properly. And I just saw something that they tweaked the graphics to make it higher res now.
Yeah, okay, let's stop there. I
But
saw
that's
that,
still
by the way. I saw that screenshot where they make they did it like 4x advance. That was fucking cool. I mean, it looked freaking cool. I don't care. Like, at least they're doing something. Um, um, wonder what the internal reaction will be when Legacy explodes, beating MK1. That would be great. Oh, on Twitch, yeah. Well, I'm sorry I missed stuff because I was working on the
I don't think
stream.
it's gonna beat.
Yeah,
I don't think it's gonna beat anything, to be honest.
no. Well,
Like we said, too much time's gone by, too many variations of the game. You're gonna wind up losing people.
the thing is, this whole this whole thing that you guys did yesterday, which I talked to. What is it? So it's the PC version of 4, PS version of 4. Oh, what version of 4 is it? You know, which one is it?
Uh, I forgot. You know what? I forgot.
You
At,
know
at
what
this
it is.
point,
Yeah.
when they couldn't get it emulated right back in August, I gave up hope.
Mm. Well. Anyway, what I was.
They said it was going to get released in September,
Mm,
but they didn't even have it working right.
right, but going back to this thing because you were running errands today. I played this video pretty much most of it, and I don't know if you heard it all, but I wasn't being I don't care about the inputs.
No,
I don't care what people I don't care what people play on. I'm straight up talking about the jabs, and I got a few people that maybe few people were agreeing with me. I'm not trying to be like the be all end all with this shit, and I'm not the only one starting this. There's other people talking about this kind of stuff. It is a thing. Okay, I'm recapping for those guys who haven't been on. Dubson
I
actually
think
brought up
there's
great points.
absolutely
Yeah,
a large swath of people
who are pissed off about this. It is not just me.
feel that this is gonna hurt the game.
It has already
Get
hurt
this
the
thing
game.
working. I'm like leg right behind you and shit.
I know, I
Trying
know,
to listen at the same time.
I know. I'm sorry. That's my fault. I'll fix that next time because it's just late. Yeah, somebody said because Twitch is using the mic, I can't make the mic work for both things. I got to figure that shit out. You know what I mean? Twitch is using the mic, so
You just gotta turn
Discord.
the mic off on Twitch. Yeah. Well, what's using the mic is XSplit. XSplit
Yeah,
using the mic.
yeah, but if I mute the mic there, it's not just gonna work on. No, my splitter audio is XLR now, so I can't just unplug it and stuff. So I have to figure that out. It's not USB anymore.
Yeah, it's fucking mono.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, but then I'll lose everything. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't like USB. I like this. This is fucking good, but I got to figure out how to use this with. Yeah, that's why. I will figure that out. I promise you guys. I didn't know that Mister Fink's gonna bless me with his presence tonight. I thought he was running errands all night, so I didn't expect him to be on. Sorry that we're
Wasn't
delayed.
gonna. I'm in the middle of I'm in the middle of listening. I've been listening the whole time,
Okay,
but I'm in the middle of building a bunch of apples.
okay. Well, it's not gonna be a late night. I'm gonna continue this. There's only 10 minutes left, so let's go.
doesn't answer the gameplay factor. And I think MK2 probably is going to be the one that stands out the most because it's, I think for the majority of classic people that are like the old school, that was the one that most people attribute to their best memory. So I
Okay, I'm
think
stopping Jimmy here. Okay, whoever's on, MK2 was fucking huge in the arcades. It was massive. And by the way, people don't like to hear this either. Killer Instinct was also bigger than UMK3. Okay, Killer Instinct and MK2 were the fucking shit. All right, and the memories that people built on those two games. Uh, no ranked mode in Legacy. Don't think so in the beginning. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on it. I just yeah, no rank, no rooms, no lobbies. That's right. Jimmy's probably gonna type because he doesn't want to hear me behind. Okay, so going back to what I was saying. MK2 was huge. Was absolutely huge. It was so much bigger than UMK3 was. That's why I think also I agree with Jimmy. The two MKT, MK4, those are the big games. If the Legacy collection dies, I think the UMK3 guys, if it's a good enough port, will go to that. And they're the only people who are going to be there because the game will be dead. But no ranked, maybe just in the beginning. So don't lose all hope, guys. Don't lose all hope. They say they're coming out with certain things. Probably not right away. Give them a chance. I always want to give people a chance. Jimmy's the one who says no, they're not going to do it. He's always been right, by the way. So I've always been hopeful. He's always been right. So, well, no, they have to release something by the 30th. So that game's being played. They're showcasing that thing around the country, whatever, around the world. Right.
that'll be the one that you'll get more people sticking it out for like maybe a. I can't go a year out because I think that's given a lot. I think the game's gonna fizzle out within 3 months.
3 months. Damn.
So I mean, but I would go with MK2 as the primary.
Okay.
Um, or should I say, I'll go with WaveNet as the primary. That'll fade out. MK2 will
MKT.
become the primary.
MKT is gonna be the primary. MK4 right after that.
Yeah, that's a good response. I'm gonna have to say, I think after the dust settles and people like, what are they popping in the whole collection to play? Really, like months later, I think it's gonna be WaveNet, and this is me hoping that WaveNet is a better version of UMK3 because that would be awesome.
It's not.
But if it's not WaveNet, then I think it's either going to be MK4 because I think MK4 is hyped to watch, or
MK4.
MK2 because MK2 is like the polar
MK2.
opposite of UMK3 and MK4. It's very
WaveNet. Let's just get through WaveNet for a second, okay? I've played WaveNet. I'm actually one of the first people, one of the people that I've played WaveNet. I'm not saying that I did anything. We didn't do the jabs back then and stuff. I didn't know. Um, all I know is the only thing is the Striker Infinite was removed, or maybe all Infinites are removed. They didn't touch the jabs, so I don't know. I'm just saying, like, if it's, of course, I would play the WaveNet version over the regular UMK3 version because it's the newest one. Is it going to be that much better? Find out. Did a lot of people get to play that game? No. Did anybody even see the arcade cabinet? I have. I've played on it. I went to Diversions, played on it. Long time ago. Yeah, Striker needs that. Rio brought that up too. Striker needs that combo. Right. I was going to say that too. Data packet loss on the network. Yes. All right. Let's continue. I see. I wish my time zone wasn't so bad because, like, I'm just about done, and you guys are coming on now, and I'm just like, oh, Jimmy, you should take my viewers. You should sign on when I leave. But anyway,
based on people that want more of like a standardized like normal fighting game. may gravitate towards that, where they just want to play, like your move, my move, patience. Like I think that, in a way, hits home for some people. But yeah, so with that said, we're gonna be closing it here. Any closing statements for you guys regarding any of these 2D MK games?
Um, for me, it's for people who talk about how negative I am all the time. There's a reason for it, and you see how fondly I talk about these MK games. I feel this way about these games, the 3D MK games. Like Deception, Armageddon, Deadly Alliance, MKDC, and even MK9. And I still had some fun memories in MKX. It wasn't always bad. Like, when we would train or we play with Junior or we'd be at Yomi, we still have funny stories. You know what I mean? It wasn't all misery, even though obviously I didn't like constant 50/50s, the armored launchers, things like that. I wasn't a fan of.
Okay, see,
Yeah,
see,
and
the
by
thing
the
is,
way,
I'm
since you
going to
mentioned,
stop Tom again. He is the biggest MK supporter for the 3D era, and he's the only, pretty much only. I don't know. I don't know Rio as well as I know him. I do know Rio. We know each other. I think Rio is primarily a 3D player. He did dabble into two and three. My Rio story is I beat Rio the first 3 or 4 times I ever played the guy, and I never won a single round afterwards. And we were just playing casuals. We met at I think we met at the tournament base showed up at, whatever it is. And the first few matches I played him, I won. I never won a single round after him after that ever again from the guy ever. I never won. He beat me in 2, 3, 9. Bad. He's an amazing player. MK9 remaster, yeah, that's MK9 was big. MK9 was big. All right, so I'm skipping over Tom.
MKX and Yomi, I'm gonna say this: out of all the things, even though I always sound so negative when I talk about MKX, this and that, but honestly, the best thing to come out of MKX to me was Yomi, because that was the best experience I've ever had and the best sponsor I've ever had for any game. I
Hmm.
just wish I could have been into MKX more than I was, because you could not ask for a
Oh,
better
chick.
sponsor than Yomi.
Yeah.
It was run by a player called Reno Rax, who was usually, when you have sponsors out there that sponsor people, they don't really care that much about the game or even part of MK. But Reno was different because
Yeah,
he
MK9
actually
was
was an
fun.
MK player and he cared about the MK scene and that. So just want to say that
100%.
because that was the
Yeah.
best thing about MKX to me.
Yeah, so we look at it fondly. Uh, it's really MK11 where like I was just waiting and waiting and waiting. Oh, custom variations. Oh my god, it's gonna be so fucking sick when they finally fucking give us this and tweak it and change it so it's
All right,
usable. And
I'm
oh
skipping
my
to you,
god, it's just
Tom.
gonna be
Don't be
fucking
mad.
From 1992 to now, even Special Forces got more playtime for me than MK1 did.
yeah. And
That's how bad
Yeah,
MK1
MK1
to
was
me. To
bad.
me,
isn't Shaolin Monks in this one too, right?
The Legacy Collection, no.
nope,
No. God,
nope.
what a fucking. So
You got Special
All right,
Forces.
because Tom had to leave
Digital
here.
Eclipse had gone a gay guy, and they all played just to play the game to have fun. It'll have its initial pop, and like I said earlier, within 3.5 hours, I see the Twitter
All
people
right,
saying, "Oh, what the fuck these?"
so let's go over stuff. All right, for those of you who just came in, I will just review this stuff, okay? Because I don't want to sign off when you guys just signed in and you'll have to hear the replay. There's a lot of shit on Twitter today. This podcast went out yesterday. I had no idea about it, no clue. I was in La La Land. Okay, it's 2:20 in the morning. I got to get up at like 7 tomorrow, but I had zero clue. I got up, I listened to this. I was like, okay, so people are talking about keyboards, glitch jabs, and shit. Okay, just like I've been saying for the last fucking few months. Um, I did not. It's not just me. I'm getting killed on Twitter saying I'm ruining the game. Us saying ban the keyboard. We're poisoning the scene. We're not doing that. The whole freaking point is me to acknowledge, to get you guys to acknowledge you're glitch jabbing, you're using an exploit, and you're cheating. Good to see you, Dubs. Thanks for everything. You did good this weekend, dude. That win versus what's it called? Reaper. That was a good win. All right. I'm just saying, like, if you guys could just like come up with something and admit that you guys are using this exploit, it would really help the old players. Do it for us. I mean, come on. We're not better. We don't want to be better. It's a big thing. Just as big as it is for you guys to play, it's a big thing. Tom ain't even playing the game because of the jabs. What does that? What does that tell you? Oh, dude, Rio was so good at the 3D stuff. Rio and Brady matches, so fun. For those of you who missed it, you can watch the VOD. Um, this was definitely a topic that was good today. I was a little bit tired, but I still did it, and I'm going to sign off. But I love you guys. You know that. I care about this game a lot, and I just wish it was played differently, but I know it can't be. It is what it is. But at least acknowledge. I ain't never even don't care about the keyboard, the pad and stuff. Play whatever you want. Um, the jabs, man. The jabs. It just sucks. It is what it is. I know. Use them, but like it shouldn't be there. I'll end it at that. Trilogy. It will be about trilogy. All you guys take care. Thanks for watching. Whoever missed it, watch the beginning. It's pretty good. We're just this is a topic. It's going to be a topic. People play this game. Adios, muchachos.